Hey y'all. Happy Thursday. Happy Thursday. Y'all know Thursday is the day we do our random acts of kindness, and I hope you did yours because I sure did mine. I'm glad to see y'all come in, get comfortable. Please hit the like button and let's have a few words about this ultimate girls trip. We got to talk about it. Ain't no way around it. We got to talk about these heifers and the things that they have been doing. Okay, y'all come in, get comfortable, please. Please, please, let me say it again like James Brown. Please, please hit the like button, okay? Help your girl out. I would so appreciate it if you would. Now, y'all, we did not go live on Tuesday. So we missed DT's birthday. So you already know what time it is. We gonna celebrate DT's birthday today. Yes, we are in this chat. I'm glad you know. So listen, I need everybody to show some love for DT. Now, DT is not in the US, so it ain't no Cash App. But y'all, please just, make sure you put birthday wishes in the chat. Because y'all know we love some DT around here. DT always keeps us smiling with those crazy avatar changes and all that good stuff. And we appreciate him and we love him. And I don't want us to ever, ever forget that is our sweetie pie. So, y'all know how we do over here. We show love. We are love in action over here. We are the epitome of love in action over here. Okay. So let's go ahead. Let's do this. Let's do this. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Okay. All right. Hold on. I just want to make sure I did everything I'm supposed to do. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Y'all come on in. Come on in. I ain't playing. Get comfortable. Because we got to talk about these women. Now, first of all, let me just say, it was not at all what I expected. It was not at all what I expected. But we're going to talk about it. There was some key moments that I feel like are worth a conversation. So we're going to have a conversation. Now, let me greet who's in the room and let's get comfortable. The beautiful Bianca Edwards. Hey, pretty girl. All right, now she said, y'all hit that like button. Please do what the young pretty ones ask you. Please, please, please. Y'all hear the papers flipping. You know what it is. Please, please, please. Get ready, hit the like button. Don't cheat yourself, don't cheat me. Miss Peaches NO, how you doing? Vita Worship is here from Denver. Oh, you got to have cataract surgery. Oh, man, you're going to be all right. You know you tough, girl. Janice Sullivan, hey, love, how are you? Nacho Twins mama is in the house, and she telling y'all to hit that like button. Please do as the pretty ladies ask y'all to do. Hit the like button. DJ Dez is up in here. Hey, sis, how are you? High vibe in the house. Hey, girl. Good to see you. Uh-oh, it's Miss Sparkle, y'all, our resident Mary Kay lady. I got my satin lips. She hooked me up. And if y'all been on the community tab, you saw my Mary Kay packages because I had posted it. And I posted the link. So if you want to get your satin lips, your satin hands, you want to get that stuff for your face, make it feel like a baby's behind, all that there. She got it. All the lip colors, eye colors, everything. You name it. Y'all holler at Miss Sparkle. Nene Ashley is in the house. Good to see you. Hey, cool gamer. How are you? Trey Gaming Fish. I know that's my sister, but she got her son account, but I know who that is. Hey, Rena, how you doing? DS, how are you? How are you? All right, with your crazy self. Child, how you been? Listen, I don't never know what DS gonna say. Shanika C is in the house. Hello, beautiful. How are you? Auntie Eva, you made it. All right, all right. Happy birthday, DT. Angel, I know. Listen, I've been on that sewing machine. I've been mixing and going like Kid Capri. I just just tearing it up. But it was all on the sewing machine, so it sounded more like, but I was still getting down though. I was still getting down. Nona Perkins. Nona. Hey, boo. Good to see you. Good to see you. Y'all come in. Get comfortable. Get comfortable. Did I get everybody? If I didn't, it's cool. All right. That's right. DT, we love you. Happy birthday. It's happy belated, but it's still happy birthday because we do love you. I hope you had a wonderful birthday. It's a little belated, but that's only because I was working and I couldn't really jump in here. But just so you know, we love you, DT. Cheryl, you made it. Your crown done fell, girl. Your crown done fell. Grab it, sis. Grab it. Delightful by Design. How you doing? Hey, lady, how are you? Philly Joint. How you doing? Good to see you. We got Cheryl Thomas Hughes. That's our sis out of Miami, Florida. How you doing, lovely? Good to see you. Esmane. How are you? I miss you when you're not here. I hope everything is wonderful, and I hope you had an amazing day too. Okay, there's my MJ. Hello. One nurse Courtney in the house. Hey there, sis. How are you? Oh, okay. What else we got? I don't want to miss nobody. I'm so glad y'all made it in. How was everybody's work day? How was everybody's school day? Did y'all make it? Did you make it? I'm trying to tell you. I'm just so glad that we're here and we get a chance to talk about everything, because we got to talk about everything. A lot has happened. Okay. A lot has happened. So let's talk. First of all, there go my sis. She picked her crown, dusted it off, and adjusted that bad boy. Miss Peaches, you at work now? Jackie Gaines stopped by to say hi. Hey, sis. Oh, that's sweet. I knew you was working. I was like, she ain't gonna have time to come, but you still made time to hang out with your sisters, and I appreciate it. So look, right? Oh, it's Couture Bay. How are you? This young lady is so lovely. I mean, her energy and everything is so lovely. Like, don't mind me. I just be gushing over people. Y'all know this is the Pretty Black Girl fan club station. We love all the pretty black girls over here on the porch. Okay. Okay, they go to PayPal. So should I pick? Can one of my mods like do a birthday message and put this PayPal in there? Because I know he doesn't have Cash App because he's not in the US. So if y'all could pin that, so that way anybody who's able to, we can still pin a little dollar to our baby's shirt so we can show some love. It's important, okay? One of my mods, y'all hook me up. Nacho Twins mama say, indeed. Thank you, sis. MJ say, till there was no AC in the dorms, I'm fine with the NYU dorm rooms. Okay, all right. Okay. Yes, I'm glad you love it here because we love you here. We love you here. So dig this, right? First of all, we got to talk about the fact that whole Casa Azul fiasco of Giselle running through them people's house acting a monkey, and I do mean acting a monkey, okay? Because that's what she acted like, some kind of screeching howler over a overly used, more than likely almost empty bottle of $100 tequila. Okay, so I still don't know what that was about, but magically, this is just like the next day. Magically, the whole issue was gone. She was supposedly so mad. Listen, y'all, Giselle is a horrible actor. She's a bad actor. She ain't gonna never make it to Broadway. She ain't even gonna make it to a Tyler Perry film. She's a terrible actress. Now, she does have wigs that are qualified for Tyler Perry films and plays and TV shows, but her acting, bad acting. I just wasn't falling for it. And it just seemed so contrived, so fake, and so put together. And she took her time and she invested in that scene, and it didn't give. So magically, by this episode, we heard almost nada about Casa Azul. Casa Azul. We heard almost nothing. So the first thing we heard was the next day, you know, the fat cousin from Salt Lake, Whitney, had her literally making jokes about the Casa Azul. She's talking to Portia, and she was like, come on, let's get a shot before we go. I got this bottle of Casa Azul that I took from Giselle. They making jokes about her with this Casa Azul. Like, that's literally all we heard about it. And then you had Miss Giselle over there taking shots of Don Julio. Like, girl, you better do what you used to doing and stop fronting. Callie Nola, she said she believed production shut that down. Oh, really? I felt like Giselle was faking. and I feel like she was gonna try to milk it. And I feel like the only reason it got shut down was because Candace literally called her on her crap in front of and at the table in front of everybody. And I think she felt a little stupid going, oh, I'm gonna storm through the house and stomp through the house and check the rooms even into the next day because everybody was already on to her. Miss Peaches NO says this is a continuation of Potomac. She has nothing to contribute, so she makes stuff up. Exactly. She tried and failed. DT say Giselle acting skills are so dormant, you have to find it at the G. Ooh. Oh, DT. Oh my. Angel said, I'm trying to be in the party corner with DT this evening. Yes, because I saw DT's PSA about the reflection corner. Let me highlight it so y'all know. DT say PSA, the reflection corner is still running too. No rest for those who belong in the corner. Okay, so just so y'all know, I know y'all like to say crazy stuff, and I go right along with you. And hey, you never know. We might all end up in the corner together. Okay, so at least you'll have good company. Okay, it's too much with Giselle making up stuff. It's too much, and it's exhausting. Thank you, Nacho Twins Mama. It is truly exhausting. It does not make sense. The amount of nonsense, of phony baloney that woman puts out, and she gets away with it. Now, I did post on the community tab. I hope all of y'all saw that. Katie Rose ended up tweeting and saying that, you know, she talks to everybody, and she was told. And y'all, I just replaced the birthday message for DT. So if y'all want to show some love by PayPal, there is the PayPal email. Okay, so y'all, please, if you can, I don't care if it's twos and fews, that little bit of love. You never know how it affects somebody day just to know that people love them. Okay, so you know, do your thing. So listen, back to what Katie said. Katie said they bringing everybody back on Potomac, and if I'm being honest, I'm not surprised, but I can tell you one thing. Anything I have to say about Bravo is going to highlight and point out the fact that Bravo not only is racist, Bravo is also very anti-Black woman. When you have an audience that is predominantly Black women and you have content on your platform or on your show that is particularly disturbing and offensive to Black women, and you continue to promote said content, and the people who put out this behavior, it says volumes. It speaks volumes. You are essentially telling Black women, we don't mind offending you, and we're going to continue to offend you until y'all make them ratings drop. So let me help you out. Let me tell you how to help them make their ratings drop. Even if you get curious during the season and you hear some stuff going on, sisters, you know you can watch it on apps that are not theirs. You can watch it on the internet. Don't give them a view. Do not give them anything. Tank their numbers. Hit them in the wallet because that's the only thing they respect. They want to use Black women for ratings, but they do not respect our opinions, our feelings, or our offenses. Okay? So y'all know what it is. Couture Bay say the green-eyed bandit has a story. She don't want to share it because she know we don't have she don't have common sense when it comes to real life. You're right. She doesn't. She doesn't. Because we saw what she did to her poor daughters who were just asking questions and being young and playful hearted because they wanted to understand what was happening to her with her thyroid surgery. So we know how ignorant she is. Okay. Angel say Portia girl and Miss Gizzard are slowly cracking from not being able to control these girls in the way they want to, and I'm here for it. I am too, Angel. I ain't lying. Hey, Nicole Lampley, how you doing? All right. DT say number one, watch it somewhere else but Bravo. Exactly. Give them nothing. Lord, is this my silver diamond? As I live and breathe. I'm so glad to see you. Yep, they brought everybody. According to Katie, if Katie is to be believed, I believe Katie's telling the truth. Katie might be a little wacky, but we never caught her lying. Katie said everybody coming back, including Big Reese. Now I did see that Ashley was filming with a new girl, so I'm like, you bringing everybody back and you bringing a new girl. I don't know. I can't call it. Lord, DSA Giselle is Carringer. What is Carringer? Hey, Paige. Okay. So yeah, that happened. So back to this show. Back to this show. Because I don't want to get too far out of pocket. So Giselle drank her Don Julio. Everybody dressed for the whole white party situation, which was more like a cocktail thing. And Pepsi sat them down and he was like, look, I'm not happy. Y'all over here yelling. He said 1 minute y'all screaming and the next minute y'all hugging like, "Ooh, I love you. Hey, Marilyn, my sister got here. Hey, boo. Just got home. I know that's right." So he was like, "Look, I can't tell what's real and fake." He said, "And what I do for y'all is not fake. It's real. It's from my heart." So Candace immediately apologized, which was the right response. When somebody tells you that your bad behavior is affecting them to that degree, then that's the thing to do immediately. DH, you say a Karen, but a Karen Asia. Oh, Silver Diamond say Candace is the first string, is the one stirring up is. She just can't seem to help herself. She doesn't like Jizzy or Horsha, so she needs everyone to dislike. Are we watching the same show, sis? Because I ain't seen none of that going on. Not at all. Horsha and what you call Giselle? Horsha and Jizzy. Those things came in there trying to bully people. I didn't see none of that. What you talking about? So maybe I don't know. Maybe I need to watch it on your TV because I ain't seen that. Hey, Cherry Scott. But listen, so Candace immediately apologized, which was the right thing to do. And if I'm being honest, I was looking for the rest of them to apologize for their behavior. Leah apologized, but I feel like Leah was kind of taking cues from Candace, and I think she also probably felt like, well, I'll go ahead and apologize because they probably were assuming that everybody else would too, because that would seem to be the classy thing to do. But class really don't have a lot to do with these heifers, is what I'm seeing. So they, she was apologizing and everything, and for her part in it. And then while the girl was talking, Portia just cuts her off and starts talking because her and Giselle were literally over there making slick, nasty comments like they were actually angry because these ladies were apologizing. You bats. Why weren't y'all apologizing? Listen, I have never seen this side of Portia. This is some of that stuff that Kenya kept saying about her, but I never believed it because Kenya lies so much. But God darn it, Kenya was actually telling the truth, and we just didn't know how to believe her. Paige say, sis, I literally just finished watching about an hour ago, and I had a long talk with myself as I walked my dog about Giselle and her many, many, many character flaws. We only get 200 characters. You so crazy. Hey, Don D. Say, so it's hard to explain them all. Yeah, it's a lot. Yeah, I was disappointed in Portia too, Miss Peaches N.O. I was definitely disappointed in her because she came in clearly trying to be Giselle's henchman and bully in chief, and it didn't work out. And I feel like it didn't work out in large part due to little tiny Candace, small but mighty, because she threw a monkey wrench in all their plans every single time. And I say shout out to Candace, honey. Silver Diamond say also Horsha ain't really what she want. Horsha gonna finish that butt whipping Mo was trying to give her. Horsha gonna come through and shut it down. She really couldn't know. She got confused. Her words got tripped up. She started stuttering and looking like a deer in the headlights. And what Portia knows is that she can't go to jail in Thailand. And I'm sure she knows that Candace Dillard Bassett will put her in jail. All that running around trying to act like a bully stuff, all it does is make you look like a real cute Nell Carter. It's not cute. Hey, DS. Say Portia has been really stank. She has. She's been really stank. Her attitude been stank. All this trying to follow up behind Giselle's mess, it makes her look stank. Like everything about her. I'm like, girl, if this is Simon's effect on you, please stay off the television. High Vibe say Portia is Robin's replacement for the trip. Exactly. Hey, Trina. Hey, Vet. How you doing, boo? So yeah, that happened. So she just cut the girl off to take over the conversation. And as soon as she cut her off, then Giselle just chimed in, being ugly too. And so Leah was like, dang, I was talking. And Portia pretended like she didn't hear the girl talking. You knew that girl was talking. She was just being nasty. And so then, of course, the nasty sisters, Giselle and Portia, the Lord of the Rings, and old petty nasty Portia in the confessionals talking crap about Pepsi. Pepsi ain't been nothing but nice to these people. And the fact that they had this man so disturbed, and I know it's culture shock because they don't have people who act like that over there. They don't. And I really felt bad for him because this is his job. And y'all went on this man's job acting like ignorant. I won't even say what you was acting like from the ghetto. And it was sad and it was pitiful and there was no excuse for it. And so they in their confessionals making nasty comments. And Portia talking about, he think we regular housewives. Like, no, we here for the drama. And Giselle's like, oh, Pepsi not built for this. We need a Sprite or a Coke. It's like, girl, you thought you ate, didn't you? I'm gonna need you to stick to your calories because the reads, that ain't you. And next of all, why the hell would you be trying to read Lil Pepsi? That just further lets me know these are two nasty heifers. So then Marisol had her cocktail event, child, and talking about how she's an event planner. Of course, she's gonna do a cocktail event. And Marisol need to tell the truth and shame the devil. You are not doing no cocktail events because you know event planner. You doing a cocktail event should because you drunk. Okay. That's why I said her ladyboy name should have been Miss Many Cocktails because that's who the hell she is. Many cocktails. DT say love Portia, but my gosh, I'm so pissed at her. Yeah, she has been disgusting this whole trip. Right, hood boogers. That wasn't the word I had for him. The word I had for him was a lot worse. Paige say exactly. Those people are very peaceful, and those housewives go to these countries and show their complete behinds. Right, and the fact of the yelling and screaming. And there's no way y'all can tell me they didn't see that man visibly shaken up, sitting on the floor crying while they're doing all this. That was so horrible. And I feel sorry for Lil Pepsi. That was not all right. So they had the mixologist Hoy show up and they making, cocktails with dirty names. I don't know why that's cool. I'm not exactly sure why, maybe y'all know I be geezering. I'm old, forgive me. I really couldn't get into the names of these cocktails. I won't even repeat them because they're dirty. Okay, so they're making drinks. They did have virgin drinks for Leah, which I thought that was cool because they know this girl can't drink no alcohol. So I appreciate that. That's what was up. Let's say that was on brand for Marisol cocktails. Yes, definitely on brand. But for her to say because she was an event planner, listen, how do children say that was cap? Is it that? Wait, do you say that was cap or she was capping? How you say it? Because whichever way you're supposed to say it, that's what was happening right then. Because that had nothing to do with her being no event planner. That had everything to do with her being an alcoholic, and I mean that. So then they made some cocktail with peppers and stuff, and Candace was like, "Oh, this makes me miss my husband." Portia immediately went to something vulgar and dirty. Like this whole trip's got me looking at Portia and shaking my head and not in a good way at all. Hey, Kai. And so she was like, why? Because of the little pepper? And she said, no, because he makes my drinks at home. And I was just like, you're so disgusting. Like, listen, this trip right here has completely changed the way I see Portia. Because I just thought she was ditzy, a little bit fun, real pretty, cute shape. Like, that's all I had for her. And nice wigs. DT said, Marisol looks like a rotten martini. DT, get in that corner. You know what? We celebrating your birthday. I'm not going to send you to the corner. But you should have been in the corner behind that. Okay, both ways I said it right. So it could have been that's cap or she's capping. And either way, it works. Okay, thank you. Appreciate that. All right. Don D said, I think Portia was always what we see, but played a role to get people on her side. Well, you have to win the crowd over. And I'm not mad at that, but I just never knew she had this much nasty underneath the pretty face and the nice wigs. I never knew it was that much nasty under there. Delightful say, remember Portia was disappointed in her Bravo show, on her Bravo show. Was a disappointment. She didn't show me nasty on that show. I didn't see the nasty on that show. I saw regular dumb Portia on that show. This show, she showed me nasty. Okay. Kalila, hey love. Kai says, hope you're having a great day, Vet. All right. Well, I hope all of y'all are having a great day. So they did the whole thing with the nasty cocktails, Portia with the vulgar comments. They had the PORN star cocktail. Candace tell Heather she do good on OnlyFans. I don't know if that was a compliment or not. It sounds scary. I don't know if anybody wants Heather on OnlyFans. I can't speak for nobody but me. I wouldn't want to see that. But I also wouldn't be on OnlyFans. So there's that. Couture Bay say I think she was paid extra by a certain someone to be like this. It's so weird. Yes, it is definitely weird. She was definitely a tryhard. This whole trip, she has been a tryhard. She's been going out of her way to like be extra nasty and to be a bully. Straight up. So anyway, that happened. So Marisol checks on the food for her event, and she goes back there, sees the little pig that they done flattened out and roasted it the way they roasted. So, I thought that was cool. And she, Pepsi gave her a little hug, and she was like, she doing this dinner to commemorate her mama. And I thought that was cool. That was super, super cool, which I can understand. And so, that was that. Giselle, it's something about the Lord of the Rings. Shanika say, and why does Portia keep ordering KFC? Because she like chicken. And she country. Shanika. She found a way to get some fried chicken and she killing it. That's why her behind is spreading like it's spreading. It's the chicken. Hey, Millie Rock. That's why I be laughing at people every time a girl got a big butt. BBL. You see what's going on with her. She keep eating all that goddamn chicken. And genetics is tearing her up. She better stop with all that goddamn chicken. She ain't gonna be able to get in her car. She is not gonna be able to get in her car. Yeah, she's Southern. She's Southern Couture Bay, and she country. That girl is country. Listen, I know a lot of Atlanta people don't like to admit that they country, but they country. The rest of the world know they country if they don't know. But yeah, Giselle was being ignorant as usual. The Lord of the Rings sitting up there asking, like, is this like regular Miami food? Is it, girl, just, oh my God. Eat the food. You are in Thailand. Clearly you're eating Asian cuisine. I was glad that Marisol straightened her out and was like, girl, I just ordered off the menu. I know what that I know they can do Asian cuisine. So this is what they did. Hey, on my days. I know that's right. Hey, Angela Davis. DT, what you say? Let me see. DT say, Portia, you could have had fried chicken and rice, Thai style. It's so good. Yeah, DT, but it's a little different. Country people, they like their food. It don't matter where you take them, that's what they want to eat. So she's eating the other food. She's participating better than Giselle, I might add, when it comes to that. However, she's still a country girl. I'm not necessarily mad with you. I'm not mad with it. It was kind of funny to watch her do that. It was like, wow, you really letting the world know you country, Portia. Come on now, girl. I like to say Portia is going to be her mother's size. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Diane look good. Even at her size, she looks great. Angel says, Gizzard started the shade as soon as the food hit the table. Yeah, it was no reason for that. Gail Sunset say, leave ATL alone. We love chicken. Listen, I lived in ATL for a number of years and I understand, okay? I do. And I too enjoy a piece of the Barnyard Pimp. I do. I enjoy it with a little hot sauce, with a biscuit. Sometimes I like it with some collards and some bread. You understand what I'm saying? I do. But I'm just pointing out the obvious. Shanika C said, we country and bougetto. I know that's right. Now that is the perfect description right there. Tracy Lashley, hey girl. All right. Angela, you had something today. Ain't nothing wrong with with a little Barnyard Pimp. It ain't never hurt nobody. That's right, very country. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Country is beautiful, honey. I'm country with a K. Okay. Paige says, I ate more chicken when I lived in Atlanta. There was chicken on every corner. Girl, I love Mrs. Winters. Don't start because I can't get none of that over here. Say maybe she had too much green, red, and massaman curry, pad thai, some tom and pad see ew noodles. Okay, that sounds like a lot. But it sounds like it might be good. Okay, you was able to finish the episode in time. I know that's right. Just in time, girl, just in time. So anyway, they sitting up there, everybody's eating and trying out these oysters. And I say they brave because I don't know if I could have. Candace enjoyed it. Giselle looked disturbed. She cut a little piece. I had to give her credit for that. I just feel like there's a graceful way to say you don't like something, and apparently ain't nothing graceful about Giselle. So everybody's just having fun. They're tasting stuff. They brought out, different things, and they enjoying themselves. And Giselle just had to ruin the vibe. It's like she can't let nobody have fun. She see people laughing, kiki and grinning, giggling. It's getting fun. And she's like, I know this your event. And so of course, Marisol is like, oh yeah, do your thing. Because they kissing Giselle and Portia's behind because they're afraid of them, because they're going around intimidating those ladies and bullying people. Paige says, I wish I could get my hands on some Miss Winners here in Cali. I know that's right. Mercy, but my butt got wider while living in Atlanta. You can't help yourself. It's too much chicken. It'd be good chicken too. Lager Kerr say Portia was clucking from all that yard bird. She keeps making moments off Leah. She looks super agitated when dealing with her. She is bothered. I think she's acting and she's trying too hard. And it really comes off as bullying. She's bullying that girl. Miss Peaches say Gizzard is so disgusting. She is. Like, she couldn't let nobody have fun. So she starts up the whole Leah, Portia, Candace drama, trying to, I believe, in my opinion, in that moment, she was trying to make it about Candace, and it didn't work out. It didn't work out. Yeah, DT, you end up with a big old booty, baby. You see what happened to Portia? You're going to have a flotation device back there. Beep, beep. Trina said, I don't see nothing wrong with a little wing smothered in some onion gravy, some grits of rice. I don't see nothing wrong either. Don D say rings is miserable and it spills over to everywhere. Seriously, not an over squeezed rotten lemon. That actually is kind of accurate, though. It kind of is. Kalila say, I feel bad for Leah being sick on the trip. Because honestly, I felt like she was faking in that sun, but she did look a little bad and ended up in the emergency room this time. So I'm going to give her the benefit of the doubt. I'm going to give it to her. So Portia was like, look, she repeated what she said. So Giselle was trying to make it about Candace repeating it, and it didn't go that way. Like, literally, Portia doubled down, which is what she intended to do, because the plan was to pick on Leah. And so she did it. Candace actually put that girl in the jackpot by telling her what was said and letting Giselle hear it, or her being dumb enough to repeat it to Giselle. Hey, happy to be happy. Lord, Angel say poor Leah. Well, you know what's sad is Portia's calling her poor Leah as a means of saying she's a complainer. But me, I'm saying poor Leah because you two Jurassic animals are attacking this girl, and it's not cute. I don't think it's cute. And I do mean that because they're acting like animals. I don't like it. And it's really, I have secondhand embarrassment from their behavior. Now, I may not like Leah, but I'm just not a fan on bullying people, and I don't believe in ganging up on people. And that's basically what I've seen her and Giselle and them dried up twigs from Miami do the whole trip, is gang up on people, bully people, and try to intimidate people. And it's really not, it's not giving what they think is giving. I'm going to just say that. So she doubles down like, well, I told her I just don't like you. Like, you just not my vibe. And Leah was like, I understand. I feel the same way, but I really don't care. It's whatever. So Giselle's still pushing, because at that point, both of them ladies had settled, and that was that. You don't like me, I don't like you. It is what it is. I heard what you said. I understand. Bam, boop. That's it. Oh no, that wasn't enough, honey. Giselle pushing. I mean, but what, if you don't care, then why did you go tell her about it? And Leah was just like, look, I was just pointing out that her behavior didn't match what she was talking about. And I love production for the fact that they went back to that conversation, and Portia was being extremely fake. And y'all know I have, for the most part, been kind of kind to Portia here and there, because I do like her wigs and I do like pretty black girls. But a thing is a thing. And the thing right now is Portia's being nasty and fake. And so production showed her up, and I appreciate it. Shout out to the production team over there at Peacock on Ultimate Girls Trip, because they showed the fact that she's talking about camaraderie and the sisterhood, and they talking about how social media has, been an obstacle and been really rough on people. And then you turn around and you do stuff that you know is going to cause a stir on social media after all the pretenses and the fake stuff at the elephant sanctuary. So I was glad Miss Thing called it out. Okay. So she was just like, look, I don't feel nothing for Leah. She problematic to me. I'm not seeing. Well, that's the thing. She can be problematic. It's still not cool to bully people and gang up on people. I don't care what the person has done. I don't care if they did something to me. The minute I see a bunch of people who are unrelated to that person's behavior, past, present, or future, dogpiling on a person, I don't join in on that. I don't think it's cute. I think it's whack as hell. I think anybody who participates in that type of stuff is whack as hell. You corny. And I don't take part in it. That's why I didn't jump in on that dog pile on Latasha Scott. I feel like, yeah, she got some stuff to her, and she's definitely got an attitude problem. She definitely is serving up a little bit of delusion like everybody else in Escape. I definitely don't trust her husband, but I definitely am not going to join in on no online hate campaign dog pile, because I ain't never in my life ever been that corny. Cherry Scott say Leah is so lucky Candace was on the trip. She is, because everybody else would have just been intimidated and joined in on ganging up on her because they're afraid of Giselle and Portia, because that's what's happening with the Miami chicks and the skinny cousin from Salt Lake, Salt Lake, the Whitney girl. DT say this is the blonde Leah from New York. Looks like a patch of overgrown grass. She looked like something. She really does look terrible. Okay. Say Leah gathered Portia. Yes, she did. There was some gathering. Because after that, like, everything was really cool. The girl explained herself real calm. She didn't say nothing out of pocket. First thing out Portia's mouth is, well, yeah, poor Leah. Well, bye, Leah. So she was like, bye, Portia. Bye, Leah. Like, what are you being all loud, ignorant, putting bass in your voice, a little growl, and bye? Like, what you doing all that for? Why be a hood booger all your life? Just why? It's not cute. I don't know who told her it was cute. It's not. Whatever they paid you to act like this, it's not. It don't fit you, sis. Portia handled herself well. Love Portia ATL. She handled herself real raggedy on this trip, though. Say Candace is my MVP this season. Sorry. Yeah, I gotta give it to her. I do. DT say this is the blonde-haired Leah. Okay, no. I guess you hit it twice. Trina says, and Portia should know better. She sees how they tried to ice her out after that situation with Phaedra and Candy and ganged up against her. But you know, a lot of people will go through stuff, and once they get out of it and they're back in everybody's good graces, they will engage in the same behavior that was given to them, and they won't see anything wrong with it. DT say Portia was pissing me off this entire series, and you all know I'm the biggest Portia fan. Right. I know you love you some Portia, but I don't know how blind you got to be not to see how nasty she is. Kalila says, Leah says she had PPMD. Maybe that contributed to her being sick. Oh, yeah, you did say that. She did say that. You right, Kalila. Beth said, I'm not here for Leah, but Portia was doing too much. That's how I feel. If you don't like somebody's energy, normally you just leave them alone. You don't sit around and make passive aggressive comments and pick and poke at that person, because at that point it's not just you not liking them, you're actually being a bully. It's not cute. Not in the least. I'm sorry, but no. So to me, in that moment, Portia was actually being a try hard, and then had the nerve to say that the girl was trying to create a I was there moment with her and trying to say, oh, I told Portia something, I corrected Portia. Nah, what she said was nothing. Your friend Giselle brought that up. She didn't say nothing to you. And saying the girl, you ain't do nothing in the whole trip, and you ain't contributed nothing. You not connected to anything that happened. But I beg to differ, Portia. I know you're not that smart. Like, we all know this. But the truth is, she was connected to a lot of stuff, because y'all have consistently picked on that girl from start to finish. From the minute y'all couldn't get her to help y'all gang up on the fat girl from Salt Lake City, y'all immediately targeted her, dogpiled on her for one time saying she was bored because that lady keep telling that same story about her bisexual ex-dead husband. And they keep dogpiling. They got mad because Candace talked up for the girl and then went back to dogpiling and then say she not connected to nothing that happened the whole show. She was connected to 80% of it because y'all spend 80% of your time picking on one girl. And quite frankly, she went home sick one day. I felt like she was faking because she didn't want to be out shopping with them. I still stand by that. Now this time she's at the hospital. She ends up at the hospital later. But for her to be away from them as much as she is, there's no way in hell she should be that much of the conversation. There is no way she should be that much of the conversation other than y'all are targeting one girl. Paige says, you would think being married to a rich man, the heifer would be in a happy place, but I guess not. All the glitters ain't gold. Girl, that ain't got nothing to do with nothing. Some people, when they get a hold of some real money, they show you their real personality. I don't know why y'all think that giving people a good life or a lot of money is going to bring out the best in them. Some people broke right now because God know y'all are turning into demons if you get some money. Couture Bay say Leah and her PMS makes her act away and before she used to drink. Right. And the thing is, I can get not liking a person. There's some people I don't click with. Like, you know, I won't say always, but I will say oftentimes in the first 15 minutes of meeting a person, I know whether I can dig you or not. First 15 minutes, right? So for me, I personally feel like I can get you not liking her. But if you don't like somebody, you just avoid them. You don't put yourself in their personal space and pick and poke and say nasty stuff. That's being a bully. Trina say Portia might be doing all this to keep her coins up because maybe the California raisin might not have the money. Child, that ship is sailed. We already done seen the man money. Y'all may as well let that go. Like, listen, sisters, let me go and make this PSA one time and let's move around. We ain't finna play them games because we don't like people making up narratives, okay? The man got money, that's fine. My issue is not his money. My issue is that, you know, I feel like that man was married and you started going with that woman husband. Now that's my issue. I'm not gonna make it about something else because that's not me. Shanika said even Pepsi was acting like he didn't like Leah. And that's fine if he don't. But what does that have to do with it? Pepsi didn't like Leah, but Pepsi wasn't following Leah around making nasty comments either. I'm just saying. Paige said exactly when she wasn't around, they had no one to pick on. So actually, she did bring something. Yep, she brought a target. That girl brought the target on her back, and I'm going to call it out. Portia and Giselle targeted and bullied that girl. The Miami whores jumped in and joined in on the gang up. And Whitney from Salt Lake, she's one that's going to hurry up and join in on stuff. And Heather, too, because they bullied her into putting her hand up to say that Candace was the loudest person in the house. Period. And I was glad that Candace called it out. And while we speaking of that, they went to talk about no, I don't want to move on because true to form, Alexia jumped in to try to help Portia attack Leah, like, you know, about the board comment, and she was like, well, no, actually, Alexia jumped in to be like, people don't have to like you. It's like the girl didn't say that. She just said she was cool with it. So what are y'all even yelling at her for? What are y'all going back and forth with her for? She never said you have to like me. That girl didn't pull no Effie White. Am I the only one that just can be unbiased, or do we have to pretend that people have done things that they haven't if we don't like them? Is that the game? Like, let me know. Am I too legit? Is that what this is? Cheryl says, I'm back. I really was fed up with Portia and gives it their messy tactics, which are old. They need a real storyline. And do. Kalila said, I wonder what Portia mom said to her about getting engaged to a married man. What you guys say? What would you guys say? Child, hopefully ain't none of us got no daughter sleeping with nobody's husband, so I can't tell you. Rochelle, hey girl. DT say the Miami whores can go such as elephant toes. Oh, go sucking elephant's toes. Oh my. Angel said it's so crazy because they originally wanted to go for Heather, but Leah didn't want to play into that fake storyline /fight. Exactly, Angel. I'm glad you saw that because immediately after that, they targeted her and they went for her throat. Kai said Leah was very clear and not trying to drag it. The others wouldn't let it go. Thank you. I thought I was seeing it. I thought I was seeing what I was seeing. Kalila said Alexia is also a bully, especially on her franchise. I can believe it. I can believe it because she was really with it. She was really with it. Huh? Happy to be happy. I'm not sure what you mean, honey. Text me or something after we get off live. I don't know. I don't know what you're talking about. But anywho, and then the Whitney girl jumped in like, let me throw my 2 cents. And she was like, well, it's because you were complaining a lot. She didn't say, why don't you like me? She was just like, child, whatever. You don't like me. I don't like you. Let's move on. So that's when Marisol decided, oh, let's try to make this about Candace. They kind of went around everybody talking about who they don't like. And you're the loudest. You're cool by yourself. But in the group, you're loud. And she tried to help him out. And Candace was like, Marisol, of course you're going to say that because you up Portia's behind. So they had some booty talk. And Portia like, oh, I could fit everybody up there. I could hold y'all now. And she was like, maybe that's why it's so big because you got all them people up your tail. And she was like, you want to be up there? She said, absolutely not. I'm cool over here. And it was funny because I caught what Portia did to Candace too. It's like she got one of them little muscle booties. Everybody don't want a big old donkey. Ain't nothing wrong with your donkey. It's a lovely donkey, but everybody don't need a donkey. Like, let that go. Don't be trying to pick with people. Now you trying to act like Latasha Scott's sister, the bridge troll. Couture Bay says Giselle is producing the show and it sucks. I truly believe the show would be great if Giselle would be real. Couture Bay, I think the show would be great if Giselle goes away. DT say I need 45 more likes. I'm stopping right here. I know y'all ain't doing me like this. Really? All right, I'm going to just chill for a minute. And then we'll go ahead and get through the rest of it. The sun's setting over here. Sitting on the dock of the bay, watching the tide roll away. Oh, let me read comments. Watching the ships roll in. Angel said, I feel like the only reason that Gizzard and Portia didn't go in on the Miami girls was because they were scared of what they would say in Spanish to each other on camera. It could have been that, but I think it was because they could basically smell the fear and they knew them girls was going to bend over and kiss they behind. Hey, Shani. Couture Bay says, I liked as soon as it was set up. Thank you, sis. Bianca say, y'all ain't hit that like button. I'm telling you. Watching the ships roll in. And then I watch them roll away again. Callie Nola said, if somebody told Portia to lose some weight, she'd claim body shaming. Yes, she would. But you bothering a girl for being slim built. Women are beautiful. Women can truly be beautiful at almost every size. Now, I ain't going to push it and be like, my 600-pound life, you great. No, because your life is in danger. But women can be beautiful at almost every size. There's no need to come with the little comments about her little muscle booty. Okay, some people prefer that. Some people prefer to look that way. Portia was not nice for that. Sitting on the dock of the bay, wasting time. Mods, can I get a light count? I left my home in Georgia, headed for the Frisco Bay. We got lights. Y'all give me a light count. 2,000 miles I roam just to make this dock my home. Where y'all at? Cherry Scott say, come on, people, and hit the likes. We need Seanitra to finish. Girl, listen, we're going to mess around and have a whole American Idol audition right here. 81? All right. I'm going to trust them for the rest. If they don't come with it, you know what it is. We're going to go back to American Idol. Okay. So, anywho, so they went through that whole thing, the whole booty conversation, and I do feel like that was body shaming. But, like, what else can we expect from Portia on this trip? Portia has not been a nice girl at all. At all. Just nasty, honey. Nasty. Dirty as a swamp rat is what she been. And to say, my question is, are we going to see a resolution with Portia and Candace on the show? Because she doesn't end up going. Yeah, she did end up going to the wedding. She did, because they got better. According to Candace, now I don't know if y'all watched this interview. If you did not, let me just say, I enjoy House of Aaron, and y'all should go watch him. Sometimes he be talking about some stuff. I be like, what you talking about? But House of Aaron is so entertaining. And he did an interview with Miss Candace Dillard Bassett, and she addressed that, Angel. She said that her and Portia ended up having a conversation, and both of them was like, child, I ain't come here to fight with you and everything. So they done made up, and everything is everything. But I told y'all, I don't feel like that fight was genuine. I feel like Portia came in there to help Giselle attack that girl. And I think that maybe she kind of saw something different and decided, I don't really want to fight with this girl. This is Giselle's fight. Okay. Yeah. House of Aaron is off the chain, y'all. So please, y'all, go watch that interview. Go watch that interview. He is super entertaining. He's very funny. He's just a little cutie pie. He looks like Granny Candy. He looked like one of them children that grandma just see him and pinch their cheeks and hug on them and pull on their little ears. He's just so cute. So y'all please go to his channel and watch that interview with Candace Dillard Bassett, honey. It was a good one. Now that happened. Heather was talking about basically like, Giselle, you shot me down before I ever got started. And Heather held on to it. Giselle went to line again talking about, I feel like you're a flip-flopper with the Jen Shah stuff. No, you just felt like attacking her on behalf of Jen Shah, because you ain't got nothing to do with it. You just wanted to make it about you. Your intention was to pick on that girl from day one because she's friends with Jen Shah. That was your plan with your nasty self, sitting up there looking like an old piece of sun-weathered leather. Just horrible looking. Look like an old bomber jacket that's been soaked in bleach. Sitting up there picking on folks. I'm sick of Giselle, y'all. I'm tired of her. And then Candace was sitting up there like wanting that girl. Hey, Dana Cutler. Candace up there wanting the girl to just come on with it. Like, give us what you gave in the van, because you know you want to give it to her. And baby, she did not disappoint. You could tell she was a trembling soul. But she came on with it. Heather was like, look, I felt like throwing my bowl of soup in your face because blase squaze, you up there talking about everything come out my mouth. I say, go ahead, Heather. You better do it, Heather. Don't you let that heifer drag you. Hey, Mr. James. Heather came with it. She said, child, you already had it in your mind, and you were not even open to getting to know me. You had already made up your mind. And it was so cute that the fact that the girl came on with it. Giselle went to backtracking and talking about, maybe you're right. You know, maybe we could do a do-over. And I was glad that she said it felt targeted. And it was targeted. And you targeted her because of her association with Jen Shah. Yeah, MJ, Portia is such a great disappointment. I completely agree. Okay? Yes. Angela, I was proud of Heather too. Ali. All right. I'm so glad you're here. I love my Ali. Couture Bay said Heather gets down all the time on her show. This is the Heather I love. The problem, Couture Bay, is we have to be honest about stuff as Black women, okay? There are a lot of stereotypes concerning us, all right? So when we can openly talk about colorism, we have to openly talk about how we are perceived in the world, okay? People a lot of times perceive us as aggressive, less than human, animalistic. That's why it's kind of dangerous to say certain things about Black women, because it does play into those stereotypes, okay? Also, the flip side to that is when you have people who play into those stereotypes as a means to intimidate, to frighten, and coerce, that is exactly what Portia and Giselle are doing. We're going to be the big, mean, scary Black girls, and you better bow down and do whatever we say, or we're going to get you next. And that's what they did. So whereas Heather may get down on her show, Heather didn't feel so comfortable getting down because she's being intimidated by people that she probably has 9 times out of 10, based on her behavior, pre-recorded or predisposed judgment or attitudes or perceptions of. Okay? So all of those things come into play. Like, we can't just talk about, and holler, oh, colorism, racism. We have to also acknowledge the fact that there are people within our own collective that play into those stereotypes when it is time to intimidate and to bully. And that's exactly what these heifers are doing. I don't care if I get in trouble. I said what I said. This is what they're doing. It's clear as a bell to me. My eyes work. Please hit the like button. I'm just saying. So anyway, that had happened. She spoke up for herself. Only thing Giselle could come up with was maybe we could do a do-over. And Heather's a dummy. She's like, oh, I'm all for it. I just came in like, like me, pick me. And Giselle tried to attack her for that. And Marisol was like, one thing about Heather, she's loyal. Yeah, but her loyalty to her friend is what y'all used as an excuse to attack her. Isn't that pitiful? Cheryl, you feel where I'm coming from? Like, I just feel like we have to be blatantly, brutally honest about these things. We can't have conversations about what happens and how people perceive and treat us and not talk about the flip side to that same conversation. Ali says, thank you. Giselle and Portia are definitely playing into those stereotypes. Absolutely. The extra loud, stomping around, all these comments about my big old butt. And like, you're doing that for a reason. Doing it for a reason. Hey, Dora. I love my Dora. You feel me, Couture Bay? I was hoping I wasn't making nobody mad, but y'all know the girl gotta always keep it real now. That's right. We celebrating DT's birthday. Kia in the house. You late, but you here. Listen, that's all that matter, boo. You here. You here. So anyway, they went through that. Whitney jumps in trying to still pick a problem with her cousin. I don't know. The big cousin don't need to trust the little cousin because that little cousin is nasty. Your jokes and we don't never know, because the girl, shut up. You just attacked your cousin because you thought it would get you cool points because she's friends with Jen Shaw and she didn't help you lie. And now that you see that the tide is turning and people are actually giving her approval, now you want to kind of flip it. Now you want to make up with her. That girl is so fake. She's as fake as a $4 bill. And I wish I was more invested. I wish I was more invested with Salt Lake City, but I'm just not. And I now feel vindicated and I feel justified in my opinion that that show has to be boring. You know what I'm saying? I just know it has to be boring from what I'm seeing with these ladies. Hey, Nina Ross. So anyway, yeah, she did that. They toasted to Marisol's mama, which I thought that was nice. I might not really like Marisol like that, or should I call her Miss Mini Cocktails, but I thought that was sweet. Always show love to your mama, whether she here, whether she in glory, show love to mama. Whitney and Heather was hugging and it started raining. Portia up there being fake, talking about that's so sweet. You mean after you and Giselle basically from day one kept trying to initiate and egg on fights between these two cousins, now you got the fake it's so sweet. Portia, stop. Absolutely not. They went and jumped in the pool, child, forgot they had the mics on. So then the rest of them got in there. What's his name? Lil Pepsi went to try to get in the pool, child. It looked like fun. And they just had a good time. And the next morning, hold on. Dana said, I'm so disappointed in Portia teaming up with that clown. I was too, but that's her friend. Ain't no accounting for taste. I'm just leave it right there. I ain't gonna say too much. So the next morning, y'all, they getting ready for this temple trip. Now that trip was supposed to be Leah's trip, but Leah got sick. She ran to the bathroom, dry heaving and looking like death. But she kind of looked a little bit like death before she went in there. But if you feeling bad, you're gonna look bad. And she did. Her skin looked like it was green. Legit. It looked like she had green makeup or green face powder on. She looked real bad. So I actually believe her. Yvette said, yes. What was Portia crying for? Being phony. Because she didn't care nothing about them cousins making up. Her and Giselle made it their business to keep them cousins fighting. Maybe she was crying because they made up and they couldn't keep them fighting no more. So anyway, They getting ready. She talking to Pepsi, and he's like, "Well, you know, you can go. We can go do workouts." And of course, Giselle ain't going to do no darn workouts. She want to go swimming. The dinner is supposed to have a tantric theme. Pepsi just like, I just want to know what that is. Giselle was so ignorant she couldn't define it, and then got mad at him because he asked, talking about it's too early. Giselle, just say you're ignorant and move on, please. So anyway, Leah and Whitney down there getting coffee, and they talked to Pepsi about the whole temper trip. And he said, you know, reminded them about your dress code, cover your bodies up, and no shouting, okay? Whitney shows up in the Miami girls' room in blue hole clothes for the temple. And even they had to tell her, girl, you had to know that was inappropriate. I'm sure she did. I think she did it for attention. I really don't like her. I've never seen her before Ultimate Girls Trip. But if this is any indication what she does on Salt Lake City, she is a pure disappointment and a letdown. And I don't like her. You mean some fake tears? I didn't see no real water. I saw her acting like it. High Vibe say, yeah, Leah looks sick for real. Yeah, she looked like hell. Well, y'all see she ended up in the emergency room. So anyway, they did that, and then but this is what bothered me. So apparently, Couture Bay says she's a sex heathen. Well, I mean, if she with her husband now, Couture Bay, you know, everything in the marriage bedroom is sanctified and holy. I don't care how many dirty things you do to your husband. It's sanctified and holy because that's your husband now. Ali say Leah must have had the local water. I was thinking that, Ali, or did she get all her shots? I don't drink water from different states, let alone foreign countries. I think it was the water. I was talking with my baby girl with the littlest baby. I think that's what it was. I think it was the water that got her. Because a lot of times people get bottled water, but when you go get them drinks, them ice cubes, that water's not bottled. It's not bottled. And Leah don't look to be the healthiest person on a good day. I'm not picking on her. I'm just saying. Okay? You say, no, she dressed like that everywhere. Oh, she goes straight up humpback, hoochie mama everywhere? Oh, wow. I'm done. Dang. Little nasty self. All right, little nasty. So anyway, she gonna ask the Miami girls to help her ask Pepsi to bring in fallacies. That's all I'm gonna say, because I just thought that whole conversation was so foul. It was so vulgar. I'm sorry. Maybe I'm just old-fashioned and I'm being a geezer. Please, y'all feel free to let me know that I'm being a geezer. I didn't like it. I ain't like it. There go Mama's Peanut. She said, please like the video. Girl, they was being rough on your mama. They didn't want to hit the like button. Cheryl said, I was thinking the exact same thing, the water. I think so. Yeah, her name Lil Nasty. Lil Nasty. Couture Bay say that she dressed like, you know, the hoochie mama every day. I used to be a hoochie mama every day, but not when I was somebody's mama. I'm just saying. I don't think you're supposed to be a hoochie mama and somebody's mama. I think you're supposed to pick one. Hey, S. How you doing? It's good to see you. Uh-oh. Baby sis in the house. Hey, Jew.
Hey, Tina. Hey, y'all. How y'all doing?
All right. So, look, I'm finna get them through the rest of this show, and then I want to hear what you got to say and what everybody got to say.
Yes. I've been tuning in, baby. It's been going diggity. Okay.
So then they went for breakfast. Marisol needed a cocktail as usual. Portia was actually covered up. I was shocked. And Lil Nasty put a shirt on over her blue hoe clothes. So I thought that was real nice. Leah had to go. She was sick. Candace checked on her. Wasn't nobody else checking on her. Now that's for darn sure. They was like, the hell with poor Leah. I hate that Portia gave that girl that name. So anyway, that went on. I don't want to get into much of that. The temple was the girls' event, so they couldn't have thought she was faking. Ain't no way in hell she want to fake and not go to her own event. Giselle invite Heather to get on the sprinter with them, and then she's, you know, when they talking about Leah, like, oh, how dramatic. Girl, if you were sick, you wouldn't say that. I bet you didn't say how dramatic when you had that face on when Candace told you about your dwindling uterus. But either way, Heather, you still use the Mean Girl reference for Giselle. She was like, "Ooh, Regina George told me to get in, loser, so I got in." So anyway, they get to the temple, Jew. The temple was beautiful, girl. It was nice. They said it was 500 years old. If I was Leah, I'd have been mad. When I watched that back and seen how nice that place was, I would have been so mad. It was beautiful. But they looked like they had a nice time. Uh-oh, hey, Angie from Jew Channel. I see you, girl. Oh, my days up in here from Jew Channel. Look at here, the family, the cousins on the porch. So
yes, hey babies.
That's what's happening. So they did all that, and they did their little intention rituals or whatever. And then get this, they did this thing, Jew, where Pepsi told them to pull a piece of paper from a number, and he was gonna read them what their fortune was gonna be. Girl, this thing got funny. He did Giselle first, and he was like, your husband or boyfriend. She's like, I ain't got no man. He said, but the man that's coming, he gonna always be broke. When I say I holler, I say, ooh, Giselle ain't gonna never get out that cabin in the woods. That what Pepsi said. She ain't never getting out the cabin in the woods, is what Pepsi said. She up here talking about something. If he broke, he won't be my man. Sure he will, Giselle. And then she talking about, I ain't saying I'm no gold digger. Girl, you ain't no gold digger. You ended up with Jamal Bryant, Jamal Bryant, and you ain't been able to dig up on no gold since. When you tried to get Sherman, Monique shut that down, and you been mad ever since, ain't you? Polar bruised banana. But anywho,
now that's facts.
Yeah, she ain't been able to dig up on no gold yet. Talking about I ain't saying I'm a gold digger. I'm glad you not, because you ain't. And according to Pepsi,
and if you is, you ain't doing a good job. You sure ain't doing a good job.
Lying. Look at here, Jew. If she a gold digger, the heifer, she must be digging with a toothpick. Because she ain't struck gold yet. Yes, Dora, he say her man gonna always be broke. That's what he said. That's what him said. Nicole,
girl, not all in the fortune. Not all in the fortune.
Yes, even the fortunes from the temple shaded her. I'm like, girl, even the pagans is shading you. The non-Christians is shading you. The Christians is shading you. Girl, your shade is universal. Your shade is generational. The whole earth is shading you.
Hey, the truth come in all shapes and sizes.
From everywhere, apparently. Have say so. The prediction must mean Neck will be circling back to J-Mall. Child, J-Mall ain't gonna let her circle back to him. That means she probably gonna end up with that bald head yellow dude, Steve, that was on the show. He looked broke. He did. He looked like he broke and like he smelled like hot karate.
He kind of was getting rented. Like, I need somebody for the show.
Well, she said she been knowing Steve for years. So I think Steve popped up as a friend to show his face. Like, okay, girl, I got you back. But he still looked like he smelled like hot karate. I'm sorry. He do. You ain't finna come over here and listen. He looked like it's a mix between hot karate and icy hot. And see, I wouldn't want him around me, because you mess around and steal my deep heat rub, we fighting. Understand that I don't share my mentholated rub. Now, me and Papa might have mentholated love, but he got his and I got mine. Okay, Steve looked like he'll steal your icy hot. I don't trust him. Giselle better not either. I'm just saying, she gonna mess around, a whole tube gonna come up missing. Hey, U.S. Army Brett.
Wrong road, Giselle. Wrong road.
Wrong road. You gonna lose your deep heat, girl. So they told the big girl from Salt Lake City that her daughters was lucky. They told Marisol that her business and family is gonna be going good. He told Candace, it's like you feel like you alone in the ocean, but you a fighter. And that actually fit her. Because it all, you know what, one thing about Candace, it always seemed like her against the world. And it's interesting to watch. But that little heifer is scrappy. She's scrappy. Then you got he got the Whitney and something by you like to donate to charitable causes or whatever. Got the Portia. Get this, told Portia, your luck is real good. And it is. She done looked up on millions a few times. That heifer, Listen, I don't know what Diane put in her bathwater as a child. That ditzy big booty heifer can run into some money. And I'm not taking away from the fact that she pretty. We can't take it from her. The heifer is pretty. She bad. Lord have mercy. She bad in all 52 states. However, it's a lot of bad girls that don't run into no money. Portia be ricocheting in the money. She'll trip and fall on some money. So I think Pepsi was on to something. She definitely got good luck, but he said that she was going to have a problem with a lesbian. I say, ooh. Oh, yeah. Jew, he said that. He said that.
Well, what you think might that be?
It might be Giselle. You know, people say she one of them things now.
What?
They've been saying that about Giselle a long time, that she might be part lesbian. I don't know if that make her mix.
Girl, I'm done. I ain't never heard that about Giselle.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, how you ain't heard? Now, Ju, where you been? You supposed to be in on the gossip, girl.
Yes, that's what I'm thinking. I don't know how I missed that about Giselle.
They were saying she was doing some strange things while she was over there at Hampton. You know, Karen said she was a broke down hoe at Hampton University. Mm-hmm. But I heard some other funny things about her with some of the younger, underclassmen. Heard some things that were said. I don't know if it's true, but I'm just saying that if it was true, maybe that's the problem. Or maybe Lil Robert Dixon gonna come after her because she been hanging around with Giselle. You know, Lil Robert looked like, she might be mixed. Or she might be
on to something. Robin always give me lesbian. And her and Giselle so mushy. That's funny.
I don't know. I don't know. I can't call it. All I'm saying is Lil Robert is a manly lady. That's all I'm saying. Now I don't know.
Very much so.
But definitely a very manly lady. Miss Jersey Girl said might be Candy. I'm through. Yeah, Bianca, I had to, I don't know how to say it the right way. I listen. They got too many terms now. It's say not her wolf monkey. Her wolf monkey. Somebody save me. A wolf monkey. Go to the reflection corner. Now, Jew, we got a reflection corner over here. When they say crazy stuff, sometimes they got to go. You get in that corner for 45 seconds, and I want you to rethink wolf monkey. Okay? DS say Portia said the streets is saying, and now her fortune. Child, look, the fortune said it. She said if the streets say something, she ignore it, but now it's coming from the temple. Dora, we don't know what Lil Robert is. I'm just saying that she's a very manly lady. She's very manly. Now she had them boys, so we know she's a lady. If it hadn't been for them children, I would have argued you down that was a man. Y'all would have had to arm wrestle me to prove that was a woman. But she had children, so I know she's a woman some kind of way. The babies came out of somewhere is all I'm saying. Okay.
Right. She do give me lesbo though. She do at least give me that now.
A lot of people have accused her, so I'm just saying, I'm just trying to guess at who this possible suspects could be as the lesbian, what Portia's gonna have a problem with. Okay, I just would like to know because that's what they saying the word at the temple. Now, Angel say, legend says Gizzard was the one who picked and paid for the Morganite ring for Robert. I don't know if she paid for Morganite, but I feel like Robert Churin could have paid for the Morganite ring. One ain't had no business buying her no Morganite ring. I'd have fought one. Ed say, you know what I mean? That's the funny part. Yes, I do. Bianca, that's right. That's our niece, baby. We gonna support her. Katrina say Robert give MC Light vibes. Now Trina, don't do that because Light is beautiful. Don't do that. Light is gorgeous, and she always had the prettiest hair. And we just sat here through a whole season of Lil Robert showing us all her tracks and her weave and the worst hairdos this side of hell. She ain't on the same planet with Lana.
Now MC Light do give me real masculine though. She do give me that, just like Robin will give you that.
She kind of rough, and people always said that. I don't know her business, but rough and all, you can't take nothing from the fact that Lana is gorgeous. Lana is prettier than a lot of these heifers that's real feminine. Ain't nobody in the history of nothing with good eyesight looked at Robert Dixon and said pretty. You say Robert gives you the Y chromosome. You mean she get, yeah. I see what you're saying. Yeah, Light is stylish. She dressed good. Her hair be whooped. Back in the day, man, her rap was one of the prettiest raps on the planet. It used to just bounce and sway in the wind. It had sheen to it. I used to wish my hair looked like her hair. Dana say, right, that's what they say at the temple. It must be true. I don't know. I ain't never had the temple gossip on me, but that's what they say at the Portia Child. So I'm going to just take it for what it's worth. Okay, because I don't know everything, but that's what they say at the temple. Okay, that's the word at the temple. So anyway, they get back to the house. Candy calls Leah to check on her. The FaceTime froze, child. Whitney was able to actually define tantric energy, unlike Giselle's ignorant tale. Pepsi got a special drink talking about sticky in my hand. Pepsi need to stop with this innuendo. You are way too tiny, sir, to be saying stuff like that. Them great big old women be done stepped on you, want them get you caught between their toes, don't say nothing. Portia messed around, forgot Alexia name. And then the specialty chef with the aphrodisiac ingredients. I say y'all doing too much trying to be nasty. Poor little fella's Irish. You got Marisol and them talking about what I mean. They said this it's the sexy chef. I didn't think he was gonna be Irish. You don't think about sexy and Irish. I say, man, y'all some xenophobic, mean people, man. It say across religions, Giselle is broke. That's sad, child. That fortune said ain't no way out.
Wait, baby, that's it me. Wait, what she say?
It say across religions, Giselle is broke.
Girl, I'm so dumb right now. As
you know how they act over here on this porch. I just be trying to keep up. Trina say, yes, she is pretty. MC Light is a pretty woman. I'm talking about giving the vibes. Yeah, but she don't come off like no man. Robert look like a man. Light look like a lady that's a little rough. Robert don't give me lady. Robert gives me dude looks like a lady. That's different. S, thank you so much for the super chat, sis. I appreciate you. Appreciate you.
Girl, she took me out with that one, girl. I ain't gonna lie.
She went there. Cross religions, Lord. So basically, no matter who your God is, you broke. You pray to anybody you want to. That's messed up. That's actually
not tell us we lying. Not tell us we lying.
That's mean, boy. Man, Giselle, listen, put something extra in the collection, please.
And it's showing the clothes and the fashions and everything, in the hair, everything. And it just shows. It shows.
Yes. And even in that cabin in the woods. Yes. In the she shed. So they did the food thing, and they was eating all the stuff, all the sex talk, all the sexual innuendo about penises was very cringy. Then they got to talking about, all the housewives trying to have sexy moments in bathtubs and stuff and how cringy that was. They got to the pole dancing. I'm going to go ahead and throw the StreamYard in the chat because I want to hear what y'all got to say. But when they got to the pole dancing, they were showing them how to grip with their leg and stuff and everything like that. And everybody looked like they was having fun. And then the Miami girls went to hating on Whitney, the little skinny trifling cousin from Salt Lake. Because, baby, she got up there, hung upside down on the pole, came down the pole, did a split. I said, oh, you really are Hoochie Mama. You showing us how you caught your husband, huh? Okay.
My girl ain't new to this. She true to this.
Right. I'm like, I still don't like you, but you all right. You all right. And then, girl, the heifer from Miami, that Alexia, that one that looked like a piece of hard beef jerky. Sitting over there talking about, I mean, she's doing this. All I can think about is her kids. What her children got to do with her being fully dressed in a pole dancing class with a bunch of women? So because she can do it better than you, now you worry about her kids. These hoes be hating full time. So Candace and Whitney, the pole dancer, Lil Nasty, they went to go smoke reefer. and it was talking, sharing stories about Candace, and she talking about my daddy gonna be so mad, I guess, because she on TV smoking the reefer. And they need to get you. Why the hell are you on TV smoking reefer? I don't care if it is legal. Then Portia went and got some KFC, because this heifer gonna get some chicken no matter where she at. I ain't mad at her. But at least y'all know where all them hips come from. She be eating. And little Whitney, I guess Candace went to bed. Child Whitney went and got some of that chicken, went and pilfered some chicken from Portia. And next thing you know, this fool fell in the pool. She called herself getting on the floor and fell in. I say, this is sad. This is sad. Baby, they was towed up on this show.
That's what I was about to say. A drunk mess.
A drunk and high mess. Because by then, girl, child, I'm through. You can take all you get off the mute. I don't know why you was on mute anyway. Go talk.
It's a habit. When other people talk, I just mute. Just so, you know.
You ain't got to do that over here, child. Be comfortable. But I ain't kidding. She was high. That hell forgot the munchies, went in there and stole some of that KFC and ended up falling her high behind in that pool.
Girl, I'm done. And you got me caught right up because I missed this episode, running around and doing everything I was doing. Yeah. I missed it. You caught me right up. But it's cool to see them like kind of out of their element though.
Yeah.
And with other women that they're not so comfortable with. But Bravo over there hanging on for dear life. They done put all these different women together. That wasn't part of the plan.
Now this was something Nene came up with years ago. That's right. This is, again, something else they took from Lanithia Leaks while pretending like, oh, well, she didn't contribute that much. Baby, she built your whole network and y'all still living off her ideas. Just like she was the one who started the reunions. Nobody did reunions until Lanithia. And then all of a sudden, now everybody's doing reunions on every freaking franchise.
Everyone.
All the while with them discrediting her work. Oh, it's not that big a deal. She didn't do that much. She got too big for her britches. Her britches, I feel like her britches was pretty big. Pretty big. Because she was the one that came up with the idea. Oh, they always be high on their show, huh? But that was she say. But her idea was like to do like an all-stars, to bring the all-stars together and put them all in one house. And during that time, I believe it was Andy that made the statement that they wouldn't really do that unless they were getting ready to kind of wrap up and end the Housewives thing altogether. So when they started doing Ultimate Girls Trip, I started looking at them funny, like, are y'all trying to tell us something? Because Lanithia suggested it. That is what you said.
Yeah. And that's what it's given. The ratings are nowhere near the way it used to be,
No.
Hip-hop, all of them dying.
Yeah, because people are getting tired of reality TV because people keep pulling stunts and faking stuff. Because even with Love and Hip Hop, you got Kirk and Rashida pretending he got a whole baby and he cheated. First of all, you're not going to convince me Kirk Frost cheated with no woman. Now, if you'd have brought me a little dude, then I'd have said maybe Kurt did it. You're not finna convince me Kurt Frost cheated with no woman, not 3 earrings Kurt, not smack when he talked Kurt, not roll his neck when he talked Kurt. You're not finna tell me he cheated on her with no woman and make me believe it.
Ooh, they fooled me. I ain't gonna lie, they fooled me. Ooh, they fooled me.
Now, sis, you got to be one of the only people I ever met that thought Kurt was straight.
Well, see, I didn't necessarily think he was straight. I just thought he was a fool. You see what I'm saying? Fools who don't think clearly or bang anything, So I just didn't put it past him,
So you didn't detect the juicy fruit.
I did detect the juice. However, the tree could still swing in both directions. You know what I'm saying? So
it could. It could.
Now I'm gonna have to go back.
I'm just saying I'm not buying it. Ain't nobody gonna convince me that Kirk Frost is out here chopping down all the women in Atlanta. I just don't believe it. I believe he don't like women like that.
Oh no, I don't think he chopping all of it. I don't think he getting them all. I don't think he out there like that. I just felt like okay. he must have liked this one.
No.
And she saw the duck in him. And wrapped him around her finger.
Well, girl, you know it all. But you know it all came out. That ain't his baby. He wasn't cheating with that girl. It was all a storyline. They faked it. Faked it.
I'm done.
Just like Jocelyn's first abortion. Faked it.
I know you're going to get out of here today.
Mm-hmm. You know I got to tell it like it is. If I don't do nothing. Hey, Toffee Mocha. Hey, Dana Brown. What up, Queena? You at work, girl? Mm-hmm. Yeah, Kirk with them 3 earrings. He ain't got no 1. He got 3.
And do
1, 2 to the 3. Kirk got down frost. Right, and then you got stuff like that going on. You got the fact that they've been letting Kenya Moore get away with renting men for all these years. Every season she get in trouble, she try to rent a new man. Then you got the stuff that goes on Potomac with Giselle and them faking storylines. People getting tired of reality TV because it ain't no real to it.
Yeah.
Then it's the colorism. Then it's the attack on black women while they expecting black women to watch the shows. Look how they did OG out there at Basketball Wives.
That's right.
They treated that girl like a pure dog.
Yeah.
And it was all because they weren't smarter than her and they could not bully her because she's that lady is an excellent physical specimen. Her body don't just look phenomenal. Yeah, she
control.
Yeah, they couldn't control, and she was smarter than them. Her mouth was quicker than theirs, and they was hurt by it. She's more educated than them, and the fact that her body is flawless, and that girl is an athlete, and she's strong as an ox. Evelyn couldn't pull that. I'm gonna jump on the table and jump at you. She knew if she had jumped at OG, that girl would have tucked her like a football and spiked her, and did the icky shuffle. Shannon say, I didn't know about the baby, thought it was his. Child, Google it. It ain't real. Ju, you and that.
That's what I said, girl. I'm shocked. I am shocked.
I'm not kidding. Google it. That ain't none of his baby. He wasn't going with the girl. The man that came on the show, that was actually his baby. Oh, and then speaking
the young boy,
the older guy.
Oh, the one Mimi was with too.
No, the big guy that was over there at the house with him, and he was supposed to be like the boyfriend or husband to her and the other girl at the same time.
Yeah, he was dating Mimi back in the G. Him.
Oh, really? Hey,
yeah. Yes.
Hey, what did I walk up into?
Before Stevie J.
Oh, before Stevie, she used to go with that big old dude.
Yes. Was it Rock? That was his name?
I don't know.
Oh, I can't think of
his
name.
I didn't remember Mimi going with that man.
Rod. That's it. Rod. Yup. Because when she went to sit down with Stevie J to talk about Kurt or something like that, what was going on with them, she was saying, yeah, and your boy in the mix. He said, like saying the one you used to date. And she said, yeah, him. He done came Cam and Rod, something she called him. So he must have played on her back in the G.
Hey, hey, Kai. Now let me throw this in for free before we get back to this Ultimate Girls trip. Right. Now, y'all know, remember that dude that Scrappy had got in the car accident with because he fell asleep in the car, crashed, and the friend was at the hospital and he didn't check on the friend? Remember that? Girl, get off that mute button. We gossiping.
Oh, girl, I forgot. So I was talking down. Yep. I do. Yep. I remember.
Okay. So his name is Casino.
Okay.
So Casino called in on our other friend station. Now she's a member of the royal family by the name of Ty. Now her channel is Ty's Hot Mess History. Now she do vintage scandal. She gets the dirt on all of them, honey. Ain't nobody safe. Well, he called in at random the other day to let us know that he is very familiar with Rocky, and he say that Rocky is a piece of trash, and he been knowing Rocky for years, and he be playing them girls. You know, Rocky, the one that is married to the big Scott sister.
Oh, what?
Yeah, and say he that
running back DJ. Hold on. I didn't even know who Rocky was. Running back DJ. Say it again.
He say that he know Rocky personally, and Rocky is a piece of trash, and he be playing them girls and promising them that he could get them in the music industry, and he can't deliver. I recorded what he said. S, do you mind if I play a little snippet of this while we talking?
Yeah.
Okay, because I got to listen, y'all. Listen, when the gossip is hot, I be just wanting to get it out there. Hold on. Hold on. Which way did it go? Hold on. Where is the recordings? Oh, I got to get to him.
He just reads snake creep.
Mm-hmm. Hey, Mace.
Just and written all over his face.
It's written all over your face. Okay. Hold on. Let me let it play. Because y'all got to hear what the man said now. Hold on. Listen, this doggone cat gonna have to go. I'm gonna be done through her with her fingernails. She ain't gonna make it. I'm for real.
Really clingy.
Yeah, she real clingy.
2018 down in Miami, in which he fell asleep and I almost lost my life. Well, we recapped it on the show, the traumatic situation of what happened and him apologizing to me, but we never revisit the story. So we're in the process of revisiting the story. So that's who I am and how I'm entrenched in the entertainment industry. Unique is my friend, the one who Rocky got pregnant and denied having pregnant. I don't want to desecrate her persona, who she is as a person, because she is a great person inside and out. But this dude, Rocky, he is a manipulator. He's a liar. You know what I mean? Like, he the type of person that, and this is how I feel he got Latasha. Me and Candy, we cool as well. So this is why I'm speaking from something, from what I...
Hold on, because his mic went out for a minute, but he gonna come back.
Trying to put
okay
entertainment industry, and this is a male dominant, industry, and most men will use their dominance to prey on the women. So that's what Rocky do. Rocky would get unsuspecting females that's trying to get into the industry and promise them a career because he's Latasha's husband, and then all he trying to do is sleep with the woman. Once he sleep with them, get them pregnant or whatever he do, he then becomes, quote unquote, the Ike Turner. Want to beat on them, want to keep them in the house, want to threaten them, tell them he gonna send somebody over there to deal with them, things of that nature. Now I'm speaking from, the perspective of what my friend tells me. And she has already put it out on Instagram, so this is not no tea like that, but it is tea. But nonetheless, like I say, he's a sucker. He the type of dude that I don't like. You know what I mean? Like, if you're gonna help somebody without having ulterior motives, and that's him. That TV show, the camera shows exactly what goes into that camera. You see a snake, and that's exactly what he is, a snake.
So you heard what the man said. And I ain't gonna get into all that because we ain't come here for that tonight. But y'all had to listen. S, you ain't mad with me, are you? I had to get that out, baby.
No, it's fine. I haven't called in so long.
I know. It's been a minute. Kai back too, but we had to get that out there. I almost forgot to tell y'all that man had said all that.
You. I'm sorry, my internet done.
Okay, hey Rocks. Hey y'all. Okay, so Kai, you came up first, girl. Let us have it. What you got to say about these heifers on this show? And don't hold back neither.
I need Portia to realize that she said when Pepsi was, having his speech and saying, well, he doesn't realize we're housewives. So to me, that lets me know that that you are putting on a front. And even more so the sense of like, people are looking for a moment. Well, you're giving it to them. You're the one not tagging people and then getting upset with which I don't like when adults be like, why do you care? I feel like as an adult, I can own my feelings. My responsibility is try to have a calm conversation with you about it. So it just makes sense to me that Candace and Leah have come to you very calmly, talking about their issue with you. And somehow, some way, you make it so combative and then make it seem like they're the ones who are trying to be combative with you.
Yep. That's what she did the whole time. Yep.
Because I'm just like, also this whole thing of like, oh my God, Leah, why do you care? It was your friend Giselle who brought this up at the dinner. Yep. Well, Portia, I told Portia what you said. Da, da, da. So Giselle started this conversation, and all Leah said was, okay, we had this long conversation about social media. And I also don't like the fact that people are, I can see both sides of people not liking if Candace used the word cyberbullying, but I'm fine with it because Portia did that, and all of a sudden, all the blogs and the Twitters and the Instagram pages were all going up and crazy about, oh, Candace must have done something. What did Candace do? Oh, she doesn't like Candace and Leah. It was a whole thing, and now all of a sudden, when the show's airing, we're pretending like we don't know that it was a whole thing when it actually happened, and we're watching Portia acting like, oh my God, why you guys care about this? Because Heffa, now you got all these people trying to message me about some stupid Instagram posts. When to me, people are bringing up the point that Candace didn't tag anyone. She's like, yeah, because she said, I feel like either you tag everyone, or you don't tag anyone. But this whole you purposely tagging everyone except for two is a clear sign of you wanting some ish to pop off. And then when people are trying to have grown conversations with you, poor Leah is set by Leah. She wasn't even giving you all that that energy.
No, she wasn't. Leah was real calm, cool, collected. Like, you know what? I understand. I felt the same way about you. It's cool. I don't really care about it like that. And all of them started attacking her like she was crying and screaming. Like, oh, why don't you like me? Please like me. They treated that girl like Effie White. You remember how they did Effie and Dream Girls?
Yeah.
When she said, I got pain. Effie, we all have pain. That's how they did her. They all jumped on her. I was like, come back, girl, come back.
Because my thing is, like, we can have a calm conversation about how we don't like each other and just leave it at that. That's what Leah did. All of a sudden now, I think it was that Portia was expecting more from Leah. And when she didn't get that, then she had to turn it up herself, and everyone followed suit. Because to me, it felt like you're complaining about her making it an issue, even though she really didn't make it that big of an issue. Yep. She was just like, I thought we were cordial at least, so that for you to be playing these internet games, I don't understand, but I'm perfectly fine with us not vibing. And then all of a sudden it turns to, well, Leah, you've been complaining. I'm sorry, I have never been diagnosed with what Leah has, but I've been through high school and college where my mom has had to pick me up because of my cycle and literally throwing up and losing my mind. One time, my friend gave me Advil and I threw it up the next minute later.
Now, Kyle, let me ask you something.
Yes.
Do you feel as though Giselle was supposed to serve the question up to get Portia to get started, and then that was supposed to like trigger Leah into complaining so they could kind of build the narrative that she's a complainer? You think that's what they were trying to do? Because that's what it looked like to me.
I think you're right on this in the sense that I don't really know if they expected Leah to own her feelings about it. Because again, we're in this era where it's not cool to care about anything. And my thing is, even if you care about something, that doesn't you care about that much, but I'm going to have a conversation with you. So I do think that they were expecting Leah to try to play coy about it and Portia take the lead, and then Portia being able to lead her into some explosion.
And I think they got frustrated because the explosion never came. Ju, what you was going to say?
I was about to say they always do that. It's like a basketball alley hoop or something. One throw the ball on the other one, and here come the drama. That's the play.
Yep.
They know how to play the TV game at this point. They do.
Yeah, it's like Giselle was the assist man, and she tried to set up the layup for Portia, and Portia turned up, got rude, nasty, acting like a high school mean girl. And I think the frustration hit because Leah did not take the bait.
Right.
Es, what you think about all this?
Hey y'all.
Hey,
it's such a cute photo.
Thanks, guys. Yeah, I had to log into my reel.
Listen, hold on now. Ain't nothing wrong with that. You know for a fact, it is a scientific fact that all the pretty girls come to the porch. So you already knew.
Seanitra, like I work in tech, right? I be trying to hide.
All I'm saying is you're gonna blend in with all the other pretty girls. They won't find you. You safe. Right.
Oh, Kai, I like when you call in more. And I like Juju's voice. I love it. It sounds so cool. But like for the show, right? I don't like when people play on my intelligence, and that's what Portia does a lot. And another thing is like I don't know, I felt really uncomfortable with the way how they treated Pepsi, because like my mom is a waitress. She was a waitress for many years, right? And she worked in the hospitality industry, and for some reason, like where Pepsi's concerned, and I'm sorry for projecting, I just felt like the way how the girl, I forgot, the Salt Lake City girl was like, oh, wipe this off with my sunglasses. I was like, girl, how dare you? This is a whole grown-up person, and you got them fetching this and fetching that. And then Giselle, like, girl, you don't have this at home. It's obvious because you're treating these people like crap. And I don't know, it just made me uncomfortable. And with Portia, she keeps, I mean, Portia looks good, sure, but it's just everybody don't need to see where your poop comes from all the time, you know? Like, just
I know that's right.
be a little classy with it. And I don't like the whole dumb girl thing. Like, they could have just literally had a really good vacation, showed us about Thailand, and it would have been a good show that way too. All this little petty stuff I don't like. And then for Candace is actually someone I could see myself hanging out with in real life. I may not like everything that she does, but I could actually I don't know, she just seems more grounded to me than most of the other ones. I don't like that clique mentality.
Yeah, me either. I don't like that gang up. To me, you get no cool points for everybody dogpiling on one person. I to me, it's whack as hell. I don't respect it.
Yeah, I'm the one who said Giselle's poor in all religions. That's so sad. Like, your energy is so strong. Yeah, your energy is so strong. The people don't even speak English and they could tell.
Still ain't got no money. Girl, you took me out, baby. You took me out.
Wait, yeah, she said that while she's dating a summer house boy.
But I feel like that's what it was about, though. Don't you? The broke one? I feel like that's what it was about.
Yeah, she just didn't set up herself well because now you're just dating this rando from summer house.
Right.
Her wolf box. But I mean, you want to feel calm for, like, the reason why I want to feel calm for Giselle is because she did go into a 51-50 over Jamal, right? And as a woman, I feel that, like, she had to be in such a low spot. But then the violence coming out of her is just so disgusting. And yeah, Seanitra, you keep reviewing the show so I can hear you talk about it, because that's more exciting than the show itself. I can't have that. Yeah, I can't have that kind of stuff like in real life. Like, this woman is just weird, you know? Yeah. Sorry to be so petty.
Yeah, because I didn't talk about the Pepsi thing. You're right. It was deplorable. I really don't like the fact that Giselle's trying to act like Pepsi didn't have a right to be upset because it wasn't his home. He's getting a check. I'm like, that man is around you almost 24/7. This is essentially his home. He's spending more time with you than he probably is his kids and his family. And his goal is to make sure you guys have an enjoyable time. And it seems like you cannot. That is very stressful to someone, and especially then after you did this whole bottle fiasco. Where essentially people are looking at like, oh, did the staff do something? Like,
right,
exactly.
It's just very gross that she always pretends like people don't have a right to their feelings, especially when they're trying to be calm about, which I don't really like policing people's reaction when something's done wrong to them, because that's how I feel about Candace. But it was just really grotesque for her to sit there with Portia and then essentially again acting like high school girls, whispering while this man is trying to tell his feelings. Oh, I wasn't going to apologize. It's a check. This is not his house. That I'm like. What?
And
gross.
Did you notice while Leah was apologizing, Portia just butt in and her and Giselle just bogarted and took over the conversation? Let the people who are decent actually apologize. It was almost like they were mad because by these ladies being decent and apologizing, it showed how nasty they were.
Yeah, they were just
rude. They wanted that kickback.
Right.
Yeah.
Yep.
And then the thing is, right, behind the scenes, right? Sorry. Oh, yeah, just real quick. Behind the scenes, so I used to be an au pair for celebrities when I lived in Barbados. And behind the scenes, most of the time, the locals don't really know who these people are, right? So if you look at it from, like, this man came to work and the people at the job are complaining and stuff like that, that's probably what he's thinking about, along with all the rest of the stuff that no one else is considering. Like, he's an actual person, right? So I feel like that's something that, I mean, not to make the show too real, but that's something that they haven't considered, because everyone's looking at it from an entertainment perspective. But I can assure you, like, half the staff, I could put a $10,000 on it. They don't know who the hell Giselle and Portia really are, outside of them visiting this shit. So then why you treat them like that, you know? That's just my soapbox, but yeah, I'm done.
Girl, this was just crazy. Like, this whole show was uncomfortable to watch because I had never seen Portia act this nasty. I have never seen it. This was like a big, horrible eye opener.
Yeah, but what do you guys think about Giselle and Portia's team up, like that little clique that they got going on?
Satan's unholy matrimony.
I feel like that was put together to attack Candace.
Yes.
But you know what?
Anybody, they have to have that team up, and I think that the other girls are not getting it. It's like we're supposed to be arguing. We're supposed to have conflict and unnecessary drama, and because, like we said, they're on their last leg. So it's like without the drama, they feel like they don't have good TV. You know.
But see, that's crazy because this is not
for her to be apologizing and just trying to keep it cool. Like y'all said, the girl did her. That's not the reaction she was supposed to be giving.
Right.
But they messed up because to me it's like this. Yes, the cast are housewives, but the show is you all going on a trip. You are supposed to get drunk or observe people getting drunk and laughing at it and having a good time. And things are supposed to naturally happen. Either you guys talking about issues that you had on your own show, maybe you guys had some little Twitter beef. That's what it's supposed to be about. It's not supposed to be you coming on the trip and you manufacturing drama from it. Like you were supposed to be having fun and things happen. I don't like Giselle, but okay, you're on your own show. You need a little extra spice. I got it. But you're supposed to be here for 7 days. I feel like people forget when they see Giselle's doing her job. We had the best time when housewives were just either rich, pretending to be rich, and acting fools. And things were just happening.
Now we're just not a fool.
I don't know what this is now.
Yeah, I agree with you. And I don't want to go too far back, but I agree that like the review shows and shows like Seanitra have is more entertaining than the actual show at this point. Like they are dying. This is the last leg. There's no other way to put it. I don't care how they remix it and twist it. I agree with you too. They just create new drama, unnecessary new drama between these different, now what you got, franchise beef? Because they don't take it back to the other women with the smoke that they gave you. Like, all of it is too much. When, like you said, they could have went there, had a girls trip, had a good time, and let that be that.
Right.
So now, I think I figured out why they were after Leah too. The other reason, partially, I think it was because she wouldn't go along with them jumping on Heather for being friends with Jen Shaw. But I think the other part is, okay, I want y'all to think back. Now, y'all know I'm about to sing the song. Back down in the lane. So we got to go back down the lane. Now, y'all remember when Robert Dixon was on Watch What Happens Live? Who was on there with her? Ebony K. Williams, right?
Yeah.
Wasn't she on there capping for Lil Robert?
Essentially.
Ain't Lil Robert friends with Giselle?
Mm-hmm.
That part.
Does Ebony K. Williams have a problem with Leah?
She does. She does. Leah did play her on New York.
And this is the hit job. You don't see that?
You better come through full circle. You better come through.
I always check and I peep because like my first clue was when Robert was on there, the way Ebony K. Williams would not call a spade and kept trying to take up for Robert. I'm like, so you came on here to be her PR person to cover up for her line and the whole season and then telling her truth on a podcast and selling it behind a paywall. I said, okay, so I see what this is. I just didn't know why it was. So just like Giselle and Portia, they cool or whatever. Apparently, Ebony is part of that clique and they're cool. And this is the hit job. They call themselves getting her for Ebony. I see that.
Oh, I see what I didn't catch because I don't watch New York, right? So I didn't catch everything. But now I see what you mean. Like they was ragtagging the Leah girl on the show as a get back for their friend from Watch What Happens Live.
Yeah. Well, I think that they were gonna do it anyway, but I feel like what happened on Watch What Happens Live was actually was a symptom and not the sickness. She was doing that on Watch What Happens Live because they already friends. They already cool. That's why she wouldn't keep it real with Robert on that stage because they already part of their little clique. So when Leah went on a trip with these girls, Leah didn't have no way of understanding that this was a clique. She just walked into the lion's den.
and hanging on to I'm bored. I get it was rude, but I'm like, even Portia sat there and said, "Oh, that was a fast apology. That doesn't happen in Atlanta." So then why are we bringing up at the last trip when she hasn't done it since?
Right. They hanging on to a couple of words. I'm bored. Somebody drink something. She didn't do nothing to them.
Right. And then like Portia's like, oh, that doesn't happen in Atlanta, but should take command is the thing that really gets you, girl. Like you took the man, let it rest, you know?
Yeah, you clearly took that man.
And now, I don't know if she just, oh, sorry.
I'm just saying, I'm not saying Fallon didn't make it incredibly easy by sleeping with the pool boy, but you still took that woman husband.
Yeah, something's funky. Something's funky. And I'm just like, did she also expect to come here and no one bring it up? Because again, to me, those were organic things. Regardless if you don't like the way Candace talked about it, everyone was saying that they were going to have an issue because of what Portia said. So to me, that was a natural conversation that was going to happen. The whole Portia, girl, you didn't come back to your show and you with this man. That's natural. Even the Jen thing, I get that's natural to me. It's just that Giselle doesn't know when to stop. So to me, it's just like, there's natural things here, and I guess you don't know how to make the most of it, and the only way you know how to get you, or I guess to hold the most power, you have to create the situation instead of riding with what happens.
Yeah. And I also feel like they do this particular cast to dispel some things. Like Giselle was super disgusting on her series in real time. And suddenly no one's talking about the disgusting thing that she did. And I don't even like that guy. And then Portia, like, I'm not really a Fallon person either, but Portia definitely took that man in the most heinous way possible on live TV. And suddenly we're not talking about that as much as more. She's normalized the crazy. And suddenly it's just, here she comes, Portia again, to ease her back on. But the thing with her is, like, she's not like, Nene is the ultimate housewife. If you could close your eyes and go back season 1 to 4 Atlanta, like, these people just don't bring the heat in the same way, you know? So Portia just gets off of being dingy, and it's just not cute anymore. Like, she should be aged out of that. She should be going to the, the more mature tier, the more like, hey, this is how I keep sexy, this is how I work out, this is how I do my business. But she just keeping with this dingbat energy, and I just don't like it.
Yeah, she does, but she does it intentionally. You know what I'm saying? She does it intentionally. She thinks it's cute. Now, it's okay when you're younger to kind of be the ditzy fun girl, but Portia, I think Portia forgets that even though she looked real young, you grown, baby.
I think it's the character that she's supposed to give. I feel like Portia see these other ladies turn a new leaf and it don't turn out that way. So let me just keep playing this role because it's pain. Yep. Because now, ain't no way Portia is still in that headspace. There's no way.
That's true. That's true. Now, you know
what character at this point.
Coming from that standpoint, it's actually a pretty good strategy, because everybody else that tried to flip the script, that script flipped them. You on that mute again, Ju.
That's right. That's right.
I love it.
That's right.
Yeah, it was crazy.
But I can get with you with that, Jill. But I also kind of feel like Portia's not dumb. She may be stupid, but she's not dumb. And I don't really know though if Portia really has it in her to do anything else.
And she got a mama. That mama sit back in the cut so low key and smart with the moves. That lady is with it. That lady probably, you know how they trying to say that little girl mama did her with R. Kelly allegedly.
Mm-hmm.
That's what it's giving. Miss Bloomer, the mama, told her everything she know, because we don't know everything Portia know. Portia just give us what she want to give, which is the ass and the titties, and that's it.
That's it. But what I will say is, and mind you, I love Mama Diane. I love that lady. She is so beautiful to me. Oh, she's so beautiful. Beautiful in every way possible. Lovely, 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 lovely. But Miss Diane ain't giving me evil genius. Miss Diane, she seems sweet, but she ain't giving me Rhodes Scholar. It's giving that, she knew enough to get away from that man that was cheating on her, but I think that's about all Miss Diane knew, and she knew how to be beautiful, and beauty paid for her, and praise God, because if you're beautiful, it's supposed to pay for you. But I be looking at Portia and Diane like, baby, this is the blind leading the blind.
Yeah. I don't feel master planning.
I kind of agree with the blind leading the blind thing, but you see, it's just how she moving.
Yeah.
It's not so much about, it's
like she's being coached.
Yes. Yeah. And just to stay in the pocket. That's all.
But this is the thing, right? I agree that Portia is probably being coached. I'm just thinking Mama Diane ain't the one that got enough to teach the culture. I don't think it's coming from Diane. Now, it might
that's the vibe I got, though. Like when Lauren was talking about Miss Diane back in the day with her and her mama, like that's the vibe I got. Like Miss Diane is not like loose like Portia. She's not.
No, she's not. You can tell she's very conservative. Yeah. I feel like if Portia is getting coached, she getting coached by her auntie, not the ugly auntie, the cute one.
Oh, God. I can see her mama saying, Portia, you better lock that one down.
I can see her mama saying that. I could definitely see Mama Diane saying that. That might be a good husband. Hold him.
And don't you move.
And don't move. Hold tight. Hold your position.
I could see her being like, you see, Simon, he's a good man. Just calm yourself down. None of that legs open, spinning spitting on top of bottles and all that kind of stuff. You calm that other side of you down, and you be a wholesome woman. You talk about your African roots and your heritage. You don't bring up the fact that you was stripping on sitting on bolo. Don't be bringing back all this kind of loose stuff about you. You's a changed woman, Portia, okay? You sit this one tight, and you going to have you that man in your mansion. That's your man. I think I could see her talking like that.
Yeah, I could see her doing it. I could see her telling her, you just be a good girl and hold on to that man.
I can see that. That's enough, Portia. We've been through enough men.
But I'm saying the way Portia is moving, like overall, I feel like the cute auntie is behind this, not the ugly auntie, not the one that looked like a pit bull. The one talking about she gonna be a shaman. No, not her. It's the cute auntie, Diane's sister. That's the one I feel like you got to watch. All us know we all had that one auntie that could give you the game. And I feel like that's the auntie right there. She's the one. That's the one you got to watch. Because she the one teaching her a lot of, I believe she taught that girl all them bad habits, and now Portia is on the loose. But I think what I'm seeing with this nasty, I think Portia tired of playing nice, because see, you can only hold a mask up so long, your arms get tired. And I think she tired of playing the nice, fun girl, because she really be wanting to be nasty. This nasty is coming natural, and she trying real hard to just suppress the nasty, and the nasty keep jumping out from under her wig, jumping out from under her spandex. It's just jumping out of it. I'm like, Portia, where's all this nasty coming from?
It's been there.
She been that's what I just said, Kai. She been holding the mask up.
I saw a bit. The mask has slipped a couple of times for me personally, right? But I can. She can't hold on any longer.
I've seen the petty, but I ain't never seen nasty. This heifer is nasty. She dirty as a pimple. And I'm watching her. I'm like, you's a nasty cow.
And see, I don't think I've seen some people say like, "Oh, I miss Portia on TV," but especially after it's finally ended, I've seen a lot of people be like, "Why is she talking to Leah like that?" Lots of people, I don't like Leah, but what is all this energy Portia's giving her? And Portia is supposed to be saving herself by not going back on Atlanta. You didn't quit all your jobs, which I get it if you don't want to work and all that kind of stuff. But also, we done seen how Simon said he will move the old one out and have that prenup set up just right for him. So, girl, you need
to me that's apples and oranges, and it don't match up. I think what's going on is this heifer done had too much time off. She's had too much time where she has not had to play the role, and she can't put the happy fun girl mask back on. She trying to put it on, and it ain't going. And I'm sorry, let me just tell y'all my prediction with this Simon stuff, because I know y'all got a lot of wishful thinking about him doing what he did to them other women, because that's all that is, wishful thinking. And I don't even like Portia right now, but I'm gonna tell y'all something. This free game, you can take it or leave it. He did something with her. He did not do it them other women. You watch and see if he throw her out. Portia is actually in trouble, and y'all did not peep game. I told y'all right here on this porch, Portia is in trouble, because when she decides she want to leave, that man ain't gonna let her go just like that. It's gonna be a problem. Mark my words.
It's going to be a problem. And that's why
sorry. But Portia got that submissive, nice wife in her. She was that way with Booty Toot Cordell. I don't know why. Because her mama told her to.
Told her, yeah.
It wasn't real and it didn't help her. High Vibe say, are we really surprised at the nastiness? I am, based on how Portia has anger. Anger management ain't got nothing to do with nasty. I used to be angry and I would beat the hell out you, but I wasn't never nasty. She been fighting on Roy. She interfered with somebody's marriage. That's a nasty person. Fighting don't mean nothing. And sleeping with people's husbands, I don't know. I know a lot of hoes that ain't got nasty attitudes either. So I don't know. I feel like that's conflating issues. But back to what I was saying, that man ain't gonna let her go. Portia gonna end up losing a foot or something crazy if she try to leave that man. He did something with her. He did not do it them other women. Now y'all can play blind, crippling, crazy if you want to, but I see Simon. I don't trust Simon. Y'all know I said it before, and I'm saying it again. It ain't got nothing to do with all that goofy stuff people be making up. Oh, he don't have money, but we looking at it. Like, I've never been dumb. It's not my claim to fame. That ain't the issue. I believe that man is into something, and he ain't talking about it, but I'm not stupid.
I agree with you. That's why I brought the point of her quitting all her jobs. Something is up when you get with this go-getter woman and she on the show is talking about how she had to do her income and she's all about that. And then you get with this man and all of a sudden now there's nothing for you. It's all him. Something about that to me is a little...
Girl, Kyle, let me tell you what that is. That man that made her quit all them jobs.
That's my point, yes.
But, and Kyle, I don't know if you was on the porch when I said it. Remember that little video that was on social media when she walked over to him and put that ring on his hand, how glossed over her eyes was?
No, we talked about this.
I said then, Simon done shook chicken-footed Portia and done caught her.
Something is up.
She ain't getting that
because I'll forgive me, Richmond, but I still would want something of my own. There is no way you would meet me and I'm doing all these things and then we get married.
But you're not understanding. This ain't got nothing to do with her wanting nothing of her own. Did you not hear the chicken foot? What you better do is stay away from men that might shake a chicken foot at you. Because you might end up doing what he want and it might not have nothing to do with what you want. See, you're not catching what I'm putting down. I'm trying to say it without saying it.
It's him.
Because I don't need him shaking no chicken foot at me. Okay? Because I'll reverse that mess.
Oh, repeat that. No, we on the same wavelength. We just, trying to be nice and talk around it.
The fact that she doing that should let y'all know that's further proof. That man over there shaking chicken feet and blowing rum everywhere. Ain't no telling what the hell went on. He probably buried her drawers in the yard and all type of stuff. She stuck.
Now, see, that's what I was gonna say. What make you think that she would ever want to leave? Because when your mind be wrapped up like that, and if he into that type of stuff, she ain't even think about leaving. She ain't never going nowhere.
But Jude, don't nothing last forever. Somebody doing work like that to hold on somebody, that mess run out. And then when you get ready to leave, they might trip you on your way out the door. He's not gonna let her go. Portia's in trouble. Ain't nobody want to believe me. I said it. I saw it. From the time she put that ring on his hand, I just want to tell you, I'm like, Portia, you like your eyes glossed over, girl. What is going on?
She's slow.
But even like the scary thing, you said that stuff.
That man done blowed some powder in her face and shook a chicken foot. Now that's what the hell went on.
I don't feel that.
But she also said that it runs out, and the thing about it running out is that also the person keeps trying to get it to start over again, and they'll escalate to try to keep the hold.
Girl, listen, and you know what? You see what Nacho Twins mama say? I done addressed that chicken foot before. and listen, I'm speaking from experience. I had a man try to shake a chicken foot at me one time. I know men will do it. I'm not dumb. I know what I'm seeing. Portia's in trouble. Diane should have been telling her, like, you know what? I met a man one time and he had plenty of money. And you know what my mama told me, Kai? She said all money ain't good money. And that's all she had to say. Diane should have told Portia all money ain't good money. And get the hell away from that man before you end up in real trouble.
Oh, guys, I want to be positive about Simon because, like, the facts of life is just set up against them, right? That's why I'm just like, leave that be. It's gonna do whatever it do. That's fine. But my thing is, like, Portia, like, I don't know. There's just something about her that just reads inauthentic that I just can't I can't gravitate to.
You know what it is, sis? It's the fake and the phony. That's what it is. But that still don't change the fact that it was a chicken foot involved in here. Now that's all I'm saying. I'm not letting go of that chicken foot because it's there. It's there. I see it.
I gotta Google chicken foot when I get off this stream. I don't even know the
now.
It says she got to Google a chicken foot.
Yeah.
Let's I don't know if you're gonna find that girl.
But Portia's so stupid. She'd be like, "Oh, he did a chicken foot for me. He must really love me." Like she give me that vibe.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think he knows she didn't really love him. I think that he knew she was there for that money, and he decided to fix her. And you gonna stay whether you want to or not.
No.
Yeah.
You see, don't men like Simon be having like 5 and 10, 50, 11 wives and stuff?
No,
what
ma'am.
That?
No, ma'am.
He gave me
yeah. That is a common stereotype and misconception. That's not true.
But I know Africans with 5, 11 wives and stuff.
Do you realize how many countries and tribes are in Africa? There's different culture and traditions for every tribe, honey.
Oh, that's true. I like how you said that.
But I'm gonna good vibes. I'm gonna wish them good vibes.
I'm gonna wish her deliverance. I hope a deliverance pastor run across her at the mall and just start slinging blessed oil and calling for Holy Ghost fire to come down and shake the chicken foot juice off her so she can be free.
Okay.
I'm praying for her deliverance because she in trouble. Spaghetti. Y'all got to be careful. Trying to gold dig, be done slipped and slid up on the root doctor. I'm just saying.
You brought up Whitney. Okay. Obviously, I feel like I'm the only one who's watched Salt Lake. I didn't watch this past season because that's it, not without my Mary Cosby. Mm-hmm. But they both have their issues, but there is something where I always feel like Whitney is setting up Heather for a public humiliation and to get accolades for pulling the wool over Heather's eye. And I don't like that. Yep. Y'all two have y'all issues and y'all had y'all issues and keep it moving. But this whole weird situation where I'm gonna set her up to look like this. I'm like, girl, if she is it, let her be it. Like
she's always trying to set that girl up from what I see. Can I address this real quick and I'm gonna let you go? Miss Nisa, I guess she didn't think Dennis was good enough for her. Now, Nisa, I'm gonna be real with you. You know, you my favorite sister over right at this moment. You my favorite sister, and I want you to hold on to that when I give you this. Dennis wasn't good enough for nobody. Dennis is henpecked and stuck on his mama's titties. Dennis running around here hunching everybody. If you let Tasha K tell it, animals too. He's sitting up there being the hot dog king, slinging his hot dog to everybody in Atlanta that'll catch it. Anybody who can find it up underneath his belly. And he had the audacity to be trying to hunch Portia's little cousin. So no, he wasn't good enough for her. Even the likes of Portia deserve something better than Dennis pot belly behind, sitting up there looking like a bloated jelly bean. Who the hell want that? Don't no woman deserve to have to get a forklift to move your belly out the way to find your Johnson. Don't nobody want that. Hell, this Negro still ain't bought his mama a decent wig. Got that heifer walking around with a dust mop on her head, looking like a whisk broom. She look like she could just roll across your floor and clean the whole goddamn place and hide all the trash in the bags under her eyes. You don't even take care of your mama. Can't nobody expect you to take care of a wife. You sat up there and cheated on that girl while she was pregnant with this goddamn baby. Now you got Simon, the root doctor, over here raising your child for you while you out here still trying to hold your way through Fulton County.
He always looking wicked.
Oh no! Well, we were talking about the Whitney setting up part, and just to me, it's like when Heather said whatever she said about the Leah, and then Whitney said, she's gonna act like she's gonna say that she forgot. Okay, that I can get with. But then the constantly she's hunting to catch Heather up in something, I don't like. Like just let her play a fool, and you can call that if you want to then. But you setting up the trap again. We're doing too much, especially for someone saying, "I want my cousin, and I want you to be loyal to me." We're doing too much.
Listen, Kai, she keep hollering, I want my cousin, because she knows she can't set that girl up if the girl stay away from her. So she wants to lure her into a sense of security so she'll trust her so she can repeatedly try to set her up. I have never watched one episode of Salt Lake City because just even they promo pictures bore me. I know I can't sit through it. I watched like a third of an episode and wanted to throw my entire television out my house. So I would never watch it. But from what I've seen on this trip, she's nasty, she's conniving, and it's like she's out to get this girl. And my only issue is, why the hell is Heather so dumb that you don't see this girl keep trying to set you up? How you don't see that?
I watched like a few. I haven't, like, to be honest, I haven't watched since Mary Cosby left. She was the only reason to stay there. But I feel like Whitney gets away with it because she has that tiny voice. But she's full of shit too.
Mm-hmm.
She definitely is. And then Heather, I don't get this weird. She gives me weird vibes too, talking about, ooh, the cool girls, ooh, the alphas. Like, that's weird, girl. You 50. Like,
well, but you know what, Esla, let's be real. When people have like that level of low self-esteem, it didn't start yesterday. She's probably had complex her whole life. She's probably always felt not so cute because she ain't. I'm fat, she is. And she doesn't feel like she's as pretty as the other girls. She feels like they're the it girl. She's not one of the pretty girls. She just wants to fit in. She, like she said, I walked in here feeling like, oh, like me, pick me. And she was honest about the fact that she just wanted to be liked and accepted.
but she sounds like 6.
Mm-hmm.
She sounds like 6 years old.
But that might be where her emotional development is, as it pertains to her self-worth, her self-image, and her self-esteem. Everybody don't get therapy for their issues. Now, I ain't never had low self-esteem. Even when my mother's evil sisters was calling me ugly, my daddy told me I was the stuff, so I said it had to be true. But there's other people, you never know how she got picked on, and y'all got to be honest. Them clear folks is not the same as black people when it comes to weight. Now, a black girl can have a little weight and they'll be like, she thick. Them white girls will be big like that. Oh, she's big. She's a dog. She's a cow. So we don't know what that girl went through to have a self-esteem that low. The fact that she already kicking herself in the behind, I'm not going to pick at her for it and be like, why you acting like that? We see what it is now. We ain't crazy. We see this.
Right.
Like, the life that she lives, like, think about this. Whitney got kicked out of the church because her and her husband were cheating. Heather got ostracized because her husband, who's quote unquote Mormon royalty, wanted a divorce from her. So I think what Tanisha's like, yeah, like, I feel like we think adults are supposed to have all their emotions figured out. I'm like, that to her just recently happened, where your husband's leaving you and you get ostracized from your religious community. Though?
A lot of women, even women who don't look like her, because that poor baby, oh, she can I be honest? She's a terrible looking.
Salt Lake City look like that though. Like, I used to live there.
But it don't matter. You still a woman, and she's a terrible looking creature. And then a lot of women internalize that cheating. I have seen pretty women, beautiful women, start to see themselves as ugly because some man who promised to love you didn't. And he out here screwing everybody in the world. And as we know, when a man is a trifling, low down, good for nothing, broke Johnson hoe, everybody blames the woman. Oh, you couldn't keep your man. Oh, I guess you wasn't doing what it take to keep him home. Oh, I bet if you had lost that weight, he wouldn't have been cheating on you. I bet if you had fixed, you get what I'm coming from? So you got to look at that type of stuff happening to a woman, and she already fat and unattractive. What did you want to happen to this girl?
No, here's how I'm looking at this. Like, when I was in Salt Lake City, Beauty Lab, which is what she owns, that's a really big deal. So she's on the show. She's popular in a really small area. She has money. Like, when she comes here, I want her to put it on the table. I want her to walk in the room and be like, yeah.
And she's not there yet.
But we have to refrain from wanting. I mean, like, I get we want people to respond a certain way, but we can't project the way we would act in that situation onto someone else, because in reality, she's the one going through the trauma, not us. And a lot of women are very successful and very hurt, miserable, damaged because of things that happen to them. Her owning a business that's very popular and lucrative is not going to change how she feels about herself. Money don't change your self-image, because no matter where you go, there you are. The money in your bank account goes up, but when you look in the mirror, it's that same girl that only had $12 in the account. The girl in the mirror didn't change.
What I'm saying is both Salt Lake City women, like between the two of them, I don't like the skinny cousin.
I don't like her either.
Right. So for all of the arguments or whatever, I feel like Heather's right because this is some crap. But at times this comes across like snakes and ladders to me when it's just like it's just exhausting. Like, oh, you said this, you left the church. It's just real itsy bitsy drama. And for me, it's just like, don't be saying, oh, the cool girls asked me out. Who qualified Giselle to be cool? Like, I don't get that.
But it's about her perception. It's about her perception. Like, and if we really gonna keep it real, it's a lot worse than she could have said was than the cool girls. A lot of, let me just say this: you're pretty. You don't know how many people who don't feel so great about themselves look at you and be like, oh, she's one of the cool girls, or she's one of the pretty girls. She's one of the girls that all the guys like. She's more attractive. She's more desirable. You don't know how somebody who feels less about themselves perceive you. That's actually normal. What we're seeing here is a normal, authentic reaction. This is actually one of the few unscripted things we saw on this show. It's not good for somebody to have low self-esteem, but I think it's very okay for that person to express it and let it out, and then let it be a topic of conversation because somebody else watching could be going through the same thing. But I just feel like it's not. I don't think it's our place to tell her like how she should react to her low self-esteem and her trauma and her damage, because I don't have that trauma or damage.
That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is like Heather is like there's a level to this, Heather, because when she interacts with her children, she does not act in this way, right? She acts very capable, very competent, and then for some reason she's around these women where she is one of the cast members, she is one of like the top people, and then she's just, I don't know, giving power to people who, okay, that's part that I don't like. She's giving power to people, which I feel like, girl, she got more money than Giselle. She's got more money than
everybody in that house got more money than Giselle now. It's the bar is low.
It's a mind thing. It's not.
It's a mind thing. I don't know why S ain't getting this. S usually be with me. I
because like you naturally gonna be like, since you brought up the comparison between the way she is with her kids and the way she is with her friends, like she's definitely gonna be that way because like, I guess as a woman, it is fulfilling to be a mother. It does put you in a different vibe, in a different mood. You're around these women. You got to be on defense, which it don't sound like she really is, but you got to be on defense. You got to, try to blend in and fit in because that's all they try to do for the sake of the show. So it's like, it's a different type of pressure. It's a different type of mindset. And she do probably feel lesser than when it comes to being in circles like this,
And here's the other thing you got to look at. When you're with your children as mothers, those of us who are mamas, she feels authoritative. She knows she's in authority. She feels capable. She knows she's capable. She doesn't have to fit in because these are her progeny. Right. She gets around these women who absolutely are comfortable in their beauty. Even creatures like Marisol and Alexia, they look like beef tripe and roadkill. But they're resting in what they consider beauty, and they're very confident walking around looking like two mummies. And then there's her, and she's the only girl in the room with this massive self-esteem issue, and she's the only fat girl in the room.
Oh my gosh.
People like that, I say get some help. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, she does need help, but I feel like we have to be honest. As much as Black people are comfortable with the thicky thick and all that other bull crap, and she might be able to get into a room full of clear girls and try to play bully and like throw her weight around and try to like, I'm gonna play into the stereotype of I'm tough because I'm fat. Now you put her in a house full of Black women who are playing into the stereotype of the big Black loudmouth bully chick, and you better go along with me or else I'm gonna beat you up type energy. And she's the fat girl, and she don't look like Portia, and she don't look like Candace, and she don't look like her skinny cousin that keep picking on her and setting her up. What exactly do we expect from her is all I'm saying.
More. But I get it.
Like you know what I'm saying? Like, at the end of the day, we women first, and we got to be real. Even if I'm not like that, I don't have that level of weakness. I can still empathize with the woman who does, especially when I can clearly see where it's coming from. Because we got to be real. Being black girls, we get a lot of room to be juicy. Yes. If our booties get big, all we gonna do is pop it for you. It is what it is. Yeah. We gonna pop, knock, and drop it.
Especially if you're a juicy black woman with the quote unquote right shape. Oh.
That's what I'm saying. That's all
my life I've been told to have a nice shape regardless of what size I am. And so I can.
But that's what I'm getting at, Kai. We have, as much as we look at advantages that other people have and what other people get away with that we don't, we have to also be very honest about things as far as our body image issues, our self-esteem, all that stuff. We get away with a lot. We have a lot more room to accept ourselves because we belong to a culture here in the U.S. where we accept and celebrate curvy, thick, big girls. That's not a part of what that girl comes from. And money ain't going to change that. The only way money going to change that is if she pays somebody to hook up a Hoover or a Bissell and siphon out all that lard. That's the only thing going to change it. That's the only way money can help her. We got to be real. She don't have the same advantages. A clear girl the size of Portia, they'll be looking at that girl hollering, Godzilla, Godzilla. Portia gets to be the beautiful black girl and walk in a room, own the room, and make everybody feel some type of way, including the clear girls that are shaped like toothpicks. All of them get insecure and start reading the top of their shoes. You think Heather could ever pull that off? Because I sure know.
I don't know. Maybe it could be some other person, but like within that particular community, the way how they just are, it just makes me a little more cautious than anyone else. So that's my take on Heather. But then another thing which I was really shocked at, you know how this series was done after the reunion for
no, this was not after the reunion. This was
after the show, the season for Real
Housewives. But before the reunion. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. My thing is, like, Candace had all the cards. She could have come out. She didn't have to be Rat-tat-tat Candace, but she could have been the person that she was the whole season. And for some reason, when we got on this show, it just seemed to be a really tough time for her. And I was just pretty shocked by that.
It was a tough time. How?
Like, so basically, right, like, I wasn't necessarily a fan of Candace, but I was really proud of how she handled herself the entire season from top to bottom, right? And then she comes on this girls trip and I was expecting more of the same, but then she was just, focused more on the fact that she was away from home because she was resonating with Leah that she missed being home. And then she was just letting little things get to her in a way that she didn't during the actual season. So that's what I mean by, I was a little shocked by how Candace reacted.
Did it really get to her? I don't know. I didn't see that. I don't know.
So I'm talking about the Monique stuff where Portia's.
Oh, that crap. I think when it comes to that, it's gonna be 40 years from now. I'll be a corpse, and Candace will still be letting that get to her. That is never gonna not get to her. If they have brought that up season, it's gonna get to her. Candace is still traumatized because she did not win that exchange, and she ain't gonna never let it go. It's gonna hang on forever. And to be honest, I'm sick of her and Monique with it at this point. I have had it with those two. But for the rest of the season, for the rest of this show, she's been really good aside from that moment. Because that moment, she got on my nerves.
That's true.
But also I don't know how I correlate how she handled herself while she's at home and being able to go back to her husband, being able to have her sister at home and call her mom whenever she wants to, versus being not at home in Thailand, saying that you just had this big argument with your husband and now you're around these girls and other than that, again, we all have a disagreements about how Candace brought the Maldine thing. But other than that, like, she really didn't try to have an issue with anyone else. And I really don't know if I can be upset if, like, okay, you start to mess with me and I'm going to respond to it.
Oh, you said something that I actually forgot. Like, when you did say something where she just had an argument with her husband, so she's probably feeling, oh my gosh, I don't have time to focus on any of this other stuff. Makes sense. Oh, I had a really, like, sorry for the side conversation, but I watched this SWV thing because of you, Seanitra. Because of you. Only because
don't blame me, S. Don't blame me. You wanted to watch to see Kelly Candy bleat like a billy goat. Tell the truth.
No, Candy Spirit does not resonate with me because every 2 seconds she's talking about a dildo when Real Housewives of Atlanta came on Sundays. That's just not what I wanted to think about, right?
Hello.
And exactly. That's what turns me off about Candy. But everything else, I like her work ethic, but her sliminess, her sleazy side is just it's a no for me. But SWV and stuff like that. You know what I think it is? Because I don't have a dog in this fight, right? I was born in the 90s, right? So I don't have a dog in this fight.
Yes, you ain't gonna come up here and call me old now, are you?
No, but hear me out.
But I'm with her. I don't know. I don't want these hoes.
But here's the thing. I was barefoot running around on the island of Barbados. I don't know nothing about nothing, but I could tell you the SWB songs.
Yes.
Escape is something that I'm sorry. The problem with people from Atlanta is they think Atlanta is the whole world. Like when Candy said she was worldwide, I was like, this girl is delusional because I never heard her until I came and listened to Real Housewives of Atlanta, and then like the one understanding song. It sounds vaguely familiar, but FWV, like I feel like
you know that
maybe because I can remember what that time was, I'm having a really hard time with the show right now. You know, like the show now is based off of popularity now, I guess that's where Escape's coming from. But because I remember people used to use FWV songs to set the stereo in the car to see how hard the bass goes. No one really did that for Escape, and it's just hard for me to reconcile the ego that they have now to what I know happened back then.
And you know what's bad is they know what happened back then too. They just keep trying to rewrite history. They know they were never those girls. Wasn't nobody never checking for them like that at all. That's why most of them got self-esteem issues right now. Their songs were like mediocre. You heard them, you knew what it was because they had music videos back then, but nobody was riding through the hood bumping that.
I wouldn't say mediocre. I really wouldn't say that. But I would. Because you remember when Free Willy came out?
Of course.
Yeah, did the Michael DMJ? I think he sang backup on one of the SWV songs.
It wasn't backup. Like he had like a whole singing part on that song. And
exactly.
He didn't even charge for it. Like it was lit.
Legends. And then you have the egos of the current people, and I'm just shocked because I feel like I'm being gaslit. Like, are you kidding me? Like,
That's what they're doing. They keep trying to gaslight us and try to force us to pretend we don't remember what happened. Their songs were mediocre. The beats were lit because Jermaine Dupri can make a beat in his sleep. That was it. The beats were lit because Jermaine's beats are lit. The singing was mediocre. And I know so because if the best singer in your group is Latasha Scott, y'all are in trouble with her and them forced runs.
Yeah, because the thing is, if I wasn't there myself, to be honest, if I didn't have these particular memories of SWV, I actually would believe it was Escape just based off of the media attention that they get now. But just, I mean, I guess back then they just weren't. They were just not global. They were maybe Atlanta local, maybe famous in America, but around the world, it was just a no, you know? So sorry for sidetracking everyone.
Now you have to catch up with the rest of us.
Seanitra still here? I don't want to keep talking about SWV and Escape if she don't want to now.
Oh, sorry.
Girl, talk.
Oh, all right. I was about to say, but girl, I agree with you. I think all of this is just a hype for the reality show. We really don't care. And I think their personalities are, you know how you can know a song and not know who sung the song? That's what that's what I wish at this point. I wish we knew this music and didn't know these people as individuals because they just all ruining each other.
Yeah, and then like I feel like Candy keeps trying to prove a point. I think in her head she thinks she's coming out clean, but she's just making it look even tackier to me. you know?
Yep. She working very hard to keep it clean. That's how I look.
Yeah.
Yep. Working hard to see that Tamar stuff. Oh no, Candy wasn't going down without a fight.
Oh no, I'm on Candy's side with the Tamar stuff.
Yeah, why would I go down with a fight about that?
No, I'm on Candy's side there. Like, no,
Me
don't
too.
do. Yeah.
Me too. She wasn't gonna let that rest. You're not gonna be around here talking about I'm acting crazy, looking crazy. I don't think so. This is what
I'm a battered woman.
Right.
I'm on Candy's side with the Latasha stuff too. Like hold up now. She made a name for herself. She got out there. She really didn't have to come off of what she's doing, but also to Candy, I can smell your fakeness. You did come off and you do care about how you're coming across right now. She's just trying to play it up for the cameras like, oh, she's this big and bad. But the truth is, if she really was not that pressed, she wouldn't care who came first, who came last, or whatever. But yeah.
But everyone cared. So that's why, to me, that's a no point because everyone cared.
Yeah. And then the sister, do you know the not Latasha, the other sister? It's something about her that gives me troublemaker. I can't put my finger on it.
Tamika?
Yeah. So here's the thing. Where the whole issue with the money is concerned, I'm on Tamika's side 100%. There is no other side in my books, right? But at the same time, I'm like, girl, you wait 10 years to bring this up. You got me out here windmilling for you 10 years later. But I'm still going windmill, though.
See, that's what I was about to say. It's all about the show. All this fake drama, all this bringing up all this old beef and old mess. I'm quite sure that girl had to let it go, which is why their relationship looked strained from the beginning, from a long time ago. Now we see why she was kind of that monkey in the middle between Candy and Tiny and her sister, you know?
Yeah, that's true.
So it's just it's old. Like, what else are they gonna talk about on this reality show that was gonna make us watch it?
That's what I wanted to know.
Nothing.
Instead, we got to talk about 13-year-old stuff that y'all done already handled. You were rehashing it as a means of, oh, look what she doing to me. Girl, doing to you. You mean did to you 13? Girl, get the hell out of here.
And you had to receive.
Yeah, I feel like for me, it's just, I want to see like more well, I answered my own question, but I want to see more like, oh, we did this in the 90s. We're doing so well now. Here's what we do. I've never seen Candy be like, I'm a woman of luxury. Like, I made all this money. Here's me taking a vacation with my family. None of that. It's just always turmoil. And it gets like pretty annoying after a while. Because it's like, I watch TV to escape.
Yes.
I tried Miami. I can't get into them. I just can't. You know, I really tried though. I think you suggested it.
You said Miami what?
It wasn't. Listen, I promise you I didn't suggest it because I told y'all I would never watch it.
No.
I am disgusted by shows. Huh?
Oh no, I got that from Kai because I think I asked her like first.
Okay, it had to be Kai because I was about to say, because y'all know I told you I would never watch it.
I asked.
What is it? What is it?
It's the Real Housewives of Miami, and it's one of those typical shows that they set in Florida and intentionally put no Floridians on the screen.
When did they begin?
They were out like maybe 6, 7, 8 years ago, and then it got canceled and they brought them back. And I don't know why. But I just find shows like that disgusting. I'm real tired of them. I'm real tired of them hiding real Floridians. We have our own culture, our own vibe. And I feel like we get hidden all the time so they can put animals like them on a screen and pretend like they represent Florida. And they don't. They don't represent Miami. They don't represent Dade County. They have nothing to do with Florida. They haven't even dropped the accents from Cuba. That's the Real Housewives of Cuba. That is not the Real Housewives of Miami.
But it was not the wealth.
With their ugly selves. Now, go ahead.
Well, how you feel about Love and Hip Hop Miami then? Do you feel like that was a decent representation of Florida?
It was, because you had a lot of, whether good, bad, or indifferent, you had actual Floridians on the show.
Yeah.
Because I'm
authentic.
Personally, I feel like it's offensive and I'm tired. It's offensive and I'm tired. If you hate Floridians that bad, stop hosting shows, stop setting shows in our state. Like real life, get the hell up out of our state. And people love to do that when it comes to Florida. Bring their funky behinds from either across the water or from up north, invading the Sunshine State, and then acting like they better than the people who built the mug.
Right.
I don't like it. Get them hoes up out of here. Them the Real Housewives of Cuba.
Oh. Sorry.
My bad. Go ahead. But I meant that though. Every bit of it.
Yeah, I hear. that
because it's real life disrespectful. Like y'all don't even understand how much these people move into the state of Florida, act like they better than the people there, and even the tourist trade, they make sure they don't even hire Floridians there. They try to hire everybody from everywhere else first, and then people born and raised, educated, and all have a hard time even finding decent jobs because you want to live in Florida, but you better than the Floridians. And it is plenty of Florida folks with real money. But you didn't want to show them. You intentionally showed the Real Housewives of Cuba. Like what the hell they got to do with Miami?
Right. Ain't like we knew them either.
Thank you. And they don't represent us.
Just a bad misrepresentation. Yep. I see it.
And that's what they do repeatedly. And I personally feel like they do that repeatedly because the people that really make up Florida are the people that people generally feel like they better than. And that's all the way down to the rednecks. They feel like they better than real Florida. And you're not real as us. You're not live as us. Your mouth don't match ours. Your style don't match ours. Nothing.
Period.
Because don't none of our mamas look like beef tripe.
Oh, that black don't crack, girl. That black don't crack, girl.
But it's for real. It's so offensive. I can't stand it. And then watching they funky behinds with they microaggressions, making their little comments to Candace. Oh, you're loud. Oh, go home. They pissed me off.
I'm glad we got to see their real true colors though, because this really is the end of everything. They like fighting for their life for a spot. For that show to survive. I don't care what nobody say. It ain't gonna be long before all of that is over. Oh, speaking of which, I want to ask y'all this too, because I kind of brought this up on my show one day. I kind of felt like the whole C-19 thing really did put a pause on reality TV and shifted our focus elsewhere because they couldn't shoot. Wasn't no filming all year round, and they couldn't get together just like we couldn't get together and can't get together, no production. So it's like I feel like our attention shifted to where we sick of their antics, but we probably might have still would have been watching a little more than we are now, because it seemed like all of us are over it. You know what I'm saying? And it wasn't like that before. Some people were still on the train, like, yes, I got to catch Love and Hip Hop tonight. I got to catch Housewives tonight. But some people was like, girl, I'm over that, But now everybody's like, you know what? I'm just watching it because, like, that's what we used to. That's what we do.
You know what else I think might have had a bearing on that, Ju, now that you mention it? I think also because of the Carnival 19, I think a lot more people, I don't want to say politicized, but I think a lot more people became conscious of the little things, became conscious of the stuff that people do to attack you, became conscious of the microaggressions, became conscious of the stereotypes, the jabs, and the attacks. And so now when you resume reality TV, a lot of people, not me, because I've always seen it, but a lot of people started watching it through new eyes. And I think that's why, like, even the crap that the Lord of the Rings, Giselle and her handsome friend Robert Poole, they got the swarm on Twitter because people were like, yo, we sick of you, we see you, and we ain't having it. I think people started looking at things through different eyes.
That's interesting.
You ain't okay, think about it, y'all. Now tell me if I'm bugging. Have y'all not noticed that social media in itself the landscape has changed. You have people discussing global issues who would have never. I'm seeing dudes from the hood with felonies that can barely put a sentence together, trying to understand the global money market and trying to, wrap their minds around the fact that your dollar ain't gonna be worth no more than toilet paper. And
That's
just
interesting.
And you're seeing people that would have never paid attention to what's happening actually paying attention. I think everything that happened and how politicized the carnival was really made people view the world through different eyes.
I could attest to that, but more like on a personal note, like because of the Carnival 19, I was just like going, right? And only recently, about to get super personal, but only this year did I tell because I'm always in a high stress environment. That's where I'm the only me in the room. But I started doing therapy because I feel like the side effects of being under the pressure during lockdown, I feel like we haven't really uncovered all of it yet. So then I started doing that and just started being more mindful of going through all of that. And like, not to put it on anyone, right? But it's something that I'm more conscious of. So when Seanitra is saying like, yeah, people are more aware and they're looking at lives through different lens, I could believe that is true because something for me shifted. Like, even see how I'm talking to you guys here and like on the platform and just being super open. That wasn't me. Like, before, I was buttoned up, being cute on mute, and just, taking it all the microaggressions or all these little things that are happening around. I could, I love watching Housewives and stuff like that, but I always presented myself as a certain package, right? But after being in the Carnival 19 and seeing how stress really affected me personally, like, I just shifted. And yeah, I can say that's the truth. Like, I feel like the whole energy for everyone has shifted. And that's why, like, yeah, that's why, like, now I like watching Lord of the Rings bothers me so much. And I feel a sense of attack because it's like no more, yeah. So
Thank you for sharing,
a lot of people are feeling that no more energy. Like, so many people are getting to that point of no freaking more. And we're at a tipping point. And I feel like everybody feels it, but I feel like everybody's not able to put words to it to describe what they're feeling, but everybody can feel the tension. You can cut it with a butter knife.
Yeah, like that's what was happening to me, right? Like, I was feeling a shift and I couldn't put a word to it. And then what I realized is my actual value system changed. And, yeah, and then I started like small things. Like, I started really assessing who was at my table, because that Michelle carrying the light book, I normally don't read that kind of stuff, but I read it and something resonated with me when it was like, be careful who you bring to the table to sit with you. And it was just like, yo, a lot of the crap that used to be around me, it was just like, no, I can't do that. And then stress, like, I used to handle stress so well. I just used to absorb it. Now I'm more boisterous, like, hey, we're not going to do this. Or where work is concerned is like, absolutely not. And then the second part of all of this that I've been doing is like more on the Dr. Sebi kind of a deal. Is I got a juicer, and I know like this wasn't where we meant to go. I got a juicer and I started having pure vegetables as part of my daily diet. And I've been doing it for a few weeks now. And all of a sudden, my mind feels so clear.
That's what happens when you stop eating meat. Your brain clears up. That's a real thing. It happened to me too. Anytime you stop eating meat, it doesn't even take a week. Your brain automatically clears up. You're sharper. Your brain is sharper. You see things better. You're clearer. You put your thoughts together better.
Yes.
I'm not done eating meat though, but I just want to.
I'm not saying you got to be done, but I feel like it's beneficial. Now, of course, I can't tell you what to do. Not this auntie. You too grown for that. But what I'm saying is, every now and then I feel like it benefits us to put it down,
to purge.
But a lot, just to kind of clean your system out. But if we being real, I feel like most people didn't go vegan. I feel like what happened was most people said no goddamn mo.
Yeah.
Like it was too much. Like we were literally under attack on every front, from our government, from the media, from social media. You couldn't speak your mind. Right now, we still got to call it a carnival. We can't even say what it is. And I think all of those attacks on your freedom, on your thoughts, on everything, it affected people. And it affected us in a way like you trying to censor me. You don't want me to say what it is. And it's like it's like with children. The more you tell them they can't have something, the more they focus on it. So the more you try to take away free speech and critical thought, the more we focused on it. Right. And so those of us who were already there, we on 10. And the people who were sleeping, snoring, y'all waking up. Welcome to the party.
Yes.
But what do you want? Like, so that's what I was saying for TV. Like, I want something more, right? Like, I don't mind the drama so much, but it's the manufactured stuff that really gets to me. Like, where, like, I don't mind people having problems. Of course, this is life. And of course, it's also still reality TV. But that's where I'm like, you know what? I really wish I could see people really doing it, really struggling, really accomplishing, really, instead of sitting here bickering about 10-year-old money and who stole a bottle.
You know what, though? I feel like this, it depends on how you look at the world, right? From my standpoint, I look at it like this. It still provides a means of social commentary and viable social commentary about the mind frame of even the people who scripted this garbage. If you were able to script it, that means that's how your mind works in the first place. Right. You felt like this was okay. There's something in your gears. You're wired like this for a reason. You're presenting this image for a reason. You're doing it for a reason. So it still provides a means of social commentary. I think what it doesn't provide is a means of empty entertainment anymore. I think the days of empty entertainment have ended, and I think they're gone forever. I don't think we can go back. I think at a certain point, once you know something, you can't ever unknow it.
Right.
Yeah, that's why I watch, like, that's why I find more entertainment watching you. Like, like, and I love when you call into a show. I like when I'm watching a show and I see
sweet.
I like when I watch a show and I see Kai.
Yes.
Like,
I love my Kai.
Resonates with me, and it's just like, it's really good. So yeah.
And I love when Kai calls in. I don't get you to call in too often, but I like when the young ones call in because number one, I love y'all's energy. I'm soaking it up so I can remain forever young. And
you put some of that on you. Yes, you can. Yes.
Juju, don't worry, I love you too, girl.
Make it rain.
Yes.
And so it's like we need to hear young voices, young spirits, young energy, young minds, young thoughts, because sometimes the older you get, you can get trapped or molded into a pattern of thinking, and a young mind can see a different pattern that you missed. So you need to hear the younger. I love when Kai talk. She talk fast, but if you can catch up to that speed, Kai drop something on you.
You better pick up what she putting down. It's gonna be fast now.
And it's like, and she'll drop something Drew every now and then. I'm like, I ain't even think of that. You know, and I told myself, like Lil Wayne say, she ain't talking fast, you listening slow. Period. Like, you just got to catch up.
Because that part, I heard every word, Kai.
I got so accustomed to her. It's like, okay, I can feel it. And I think that, her thoughts come together so fast, and she put them out as they come together, and it's masterful. I like it.
Yeah,
I like the energy.
I was wondering if she was
hella sweet.
I wanted to also add to what S said too about, because I love when, like, I'll say young people are on this journey to be better and do better. Like, I'm only 33, but I'm just saying, like, I love, like, when people come together and they're like-minded and people want to be living a better life, want to see better things, and just inside, not just on the outside, So when you mentioned Dr. Sabi, that just sparked my whole life, because, like, my YouTube channel previously was all about healthy eating, just what you own, what you getting into right now. And unfortunately, it was like people like at this point, I have to give it to people who want it. I can't just be putting information like that out because it's the mess that people are still kind of into, and like it's surrounds us. That's what we own. That's what we do. We get messy and then we go back to our normal life.
But like flipping it in now, right? Like I like this too. I love everything, but I like this too when we get to see like the real side of each other.
Yes.
So yeah, like maybe just every now and again. This wasn't planned, right? And we're 4 different people.
Girl, now, Ish, this happen on this porch all the time. This what we do.
Don't call me out.
I'm talking about a show.
I love it. Right?
That's what we do. Ju, you missed it. We was up here one night, 5 doggone hours. I was so mad. I said, how y'all let me stay up here this darn long? And Kyle,
I want to say too about the Dr. Sebi thing while I'm talking about it. I haven't let it go all the way. Like, even though we get messy and we stir the pot on my channel now, I still have healthy eating courses where they're only $20 because I don't care about the money. I just want to know that you care enough about yourself to invest enough to learn this information, because it will change your depression. It will change your diabetes. It will change your, I don't care if you got kidney problems. I don't care if you got high blood pressure. No matter what it is, the fruits and vegetables is the start. And people don't know that.
But do you know?
It's like, I will never stop talking about it. I'll never stop sharing it. But I just want to let y'all know that we got our healthy eating stuff still popping. If y'all interested, DM me, whatever. It doesn't matter. But if you want to get into that, you here for that, I'm here for that.
But there are 2 reasons why I know about it. Because one, I'm from an island, right? My grandmother's 99 years old. She can still do everything. She can't drive, right? But that's just how it is.
Put that on me.
Well, you
99,
and y'all know I was representing for my auntie. She'll be 103 September 23rd. Ola still, she's still putting on her kitten heels. Here you go, Ju. She's still putting on her little kitten heels and bossing people around. She's really tiny.
I need it.
But,
see, stuff like that lights my soul, because it's like that's what we should be focused on. Longevity.
They know stuff that a lot of times we don't know.
Yeah.
They did things a certain kind of way. They weren't eating all this processed garbage. When they ate food, it's because they cooked it.
Yeah,
it wasn't just add water and put it in the microwave for 30 minutes.
Yeah, she don't do microwave at all. My grandmother is 99, right? And she stopped going to school at age 7. She's one of the smartest people that I know.
That's beautiful.
That woman is intelligent beyond anything I know, right? And that's why I love her so much. But the Dr. Sebi thing, I knew this girl. She was like 350 pounds, right? She's one of my friends. And she didn't like working out or stuff like that. But she was like, you know what? Let me just try this. And I was just like, this looked like a whole bunch of mess, girl. I don't know. And she said, well, I could follow instructions. And she did that. And then like in a year and a half, me and her are close to the same size. And it's basically off of the Dr. Sebi stuff. Like, not, I don't want to promote like just Dr. Sebi, but just, you get what I mean, right?
Yeah.
But he got
finding something that works for her that's healthy.
He got the formula.
Yeah, the thing is, it's like, I feel like everybody has to find what works for them. I never followed Sebi. Like, I saw some of his teachings. I agree with a lot of his stuff, especially about the mucus and everything. Yes. But what did it for me, I saw this lady. She's from Hollywood, Florida. And she actually went completely raw vegan after she was in her 40s. Mm-hmm. And her husband owned a butcher shop, and she just got tired of meat and wouldn't do it. And she said she got tired of eating death. And I just watched this lady, and I'm just in black lady, beautiful lady. And like, I'm looking at her, and it was almost like she turned back the clock. Her husband looked like her granddaddy. And so I'm looking at her, that was my buy-in, because y'all know I refuse to age. Old is the only dirty word that scares me. Don't say that word. And so, I'm looking at this lady, and I'm like, man, her name is Annette Larkin. And I'm sitting there like, dang, if Mama Larkin can still sit up here and look like she's been hiding in a time capsule, maybe I need to play with them vegetables a little bit. That's what pushed me. I feel like you have to find what motivates you.
Yes.
Trying to peel fat off ain't gonna do it for me. Sickness ain't gonna get it because I don't get sick like that. I'm somebody who's never broken a bone and never had a cavity. Like I come from good stock. But
you know what? It's not really about like his
I know that, but what I'm saying is like you got to find your buy-in is all I'm getting at.
Right.
My buy-in was that black lady looked like her husband's granddaughter. That was
I have a friend like that too, right? Where she's older than me by 6 years, right? And I hadn't seen her for a few months. This girl was hair thinning, looked old and haggard. So, that's bad. But she looked tired. She looked tired, right? And then I saw her recently and it was like she aged backwards. And I was like, tell me what you really did. Tell me for real. And all she did was literally eat more vegetables and stuff like that.
But let me tell you what happened.
What?
So the first time I did it, like I felt like I was high all the time. Like it felt like I was on something. Because I did when I say the exact same things that Miss Annette did, that's what I did. I was eating raw vegan. Fresh. Like nothing heated at all. Everything raw. I felt like I was high. I don't know what it released in my brain. Like she forgot to tell us that part. But I felt like I had, smoked some reefer. And I ain't smoked reefer in years. But when I did that, I was like, what's going on? And then the next thing I noticed was that areas of my body that I never focused on as far as weight or whatever, they started thinning out. Like areas that I never focused. Like I just was like, what is this? Is that a thing? That started happening. Then, like I mentioned earlier, my brain started getting sharper, like real sharp. I was remembering things better. I didn't have the brain fog as bad. It was just like it was like, how do I explain it? It was almost like the cells were repairing themselves or something.
Yes.
Like waking up, right?
That's They give you that I can see clearly now. The rain is gold. That's what it gives.
You know what? Did y'all ever see that movie Limitless, where the guy took the pill and it made his brain work? I felt like I took one of them little clear pills or something.
Yes.
That's how it's been. Like today was the first time I went without coffee and I could still work and be like on it, right? Like it was really good, and it was something that I didn't like plan, and it sounds so simple, right? But just having more vegetables and stuff like that, and it's so weird. It just really changed like how I think. It really changed my processes. I've been doing so much better, like just in general, and it's all because of maybe the C19 came to make me stop, right? Because there's nothing would have made me stop. I'm pretty ambitious, but I also like that it made me pay attention to my mind, because I didn't even notice the fog before. I just always felt like, I need more coffee. And then just by having vegetables, I was like, wait, wow, I'm thinking even better than I did before.
And now, what's funny for me, I did this way before Carnival 19, way before the Carnival. And the Carnival actually set me back, if I'm being honest, because like your grandma, I don't use a microwave. I don't believe in it. I feel like you're putting poison in your food and then you're just poisoning yourself.
That's what she's saying.
So I don't use no microwave. I want to heat something, I put it in the oven and heat it up. That's what I do. But I will say this, from the very first time I started it, my mind has never gone back to the fog it used to have. It never went back to that.
I know that's right.
It never did. And like now, periodically, I'll just, go through a cycle of just eating clean, eating raw, nothing dead, no dead animals, no dead flesh. And then it's like my body will kind of repair itself a little bit and just keep on trucking. But, the reality is now, our new reality, people are seeing the world differently. So reality TV, I don't think has changed that much. I think the biggest change is in us. We changed. See, the world has always been foolish, but we changed.
Yeah.
That's what happened. So it's like you can choose whether you're going to be like, okay, I'm not going to view this, I'm not going to take it in, or you can choose to view it with your new eyes and view it for a new purpose.
Or I could watch you watch it.
That's true too. That's true too. Because once your eyes awake, like you ever gone back to watch some old shows you watched as a kid and was like, oh my God, I ever watched that? That was incredibly racist. Like, perfect example. I went back and tried to watch a Martin episode. I got so triggered, I turned the whole TV off before I ended up not liking any of those people. It was so much colorism and aggressions toward Black women in that show. I said, oh, hell no. How did I ever laugh at this?
Y'all gonna laugh at me, but I never watched that.
Why would I laugh at you? You saved yourself. I'm telling you, I watched it and laughed at it. And then looking back, I was actually offended at myself for ever laughing at it.
I haven't gotten there. I haven't unlocked that level yet of myself, but I'm doing like small steps over here,
But I'm you know what I'm saying? Like, I just use that as an example. Once your eyes are open to anything, they will never close again. Once you know something, you can never unknow it.
Don't mean to interrupt. I have to go.
Girl, we all got to go. You right on time because we done been up here 3 hours.
Oh,
and
yeah.
I
was just sending you a message.
I didn't even see you.
We finna go. Us all finna go. All us finna go.
Yeah, us all finna go.
We be stirring the pot at 10:45. I was like, let me just.
I know. Go and get me started talking about money and saving and the food.
Hold on. And don't y'all go nowhere yet. Y'all see Ju? Get over there to Stirring the Pot with Ju and get to her channel. She about to go live. If y'all want to still hear some talking and cutting up, and she has good information. She does viral videos, viral social media topics. Don't miss it. Y'all, when y'all leave here, clock out here, clock in over there, Stirring the Pot with Ju. And when you get there, I need y'all to subscribe. I'm going over there too.
Yes.
So I'm
and tell me Seanitra sent you. Tell me. Let me know.
Don't worry. We're going as a convoy. Y'all know we used to do field trips over here. Can I get a one in the chat if y'all gonna travel with me over the Ju channel?
I love it.
Let me get a head count. I need a head count so we can make sure. Hey, Charlene.
Where's your permission slip? Where your permission slip at?
If Royals, if y'all going on a field trip with me, I need a favor. Let's head over to Ju's channel, Stirring the Pot with Ju. Can I get a head count? Who going? Put a 1 in the chat if you're going.
And we do get real messy, y'all. I ain't gonna lie.
Oh,
we do have some wise. We have our wise and our Wednesdays where it's just positive vibes, motivational, inspirational. On Saturdays, we do stir crazy Saturdays where we get into government mess. Videos that the news should be showing us that they don't be showing us. So y'all,
Charlene said she recently subscribed.
Yes, Charlene.
Where the rest of y'all? Ain't nobody going with me? Okay, I see the ones. Okay, I'm like, wait a minute. So y'all gonna send me by myself? Okay, here we go. Here we go. Miss Sparkle coming. Who else coming? We all going. Y'all know we roll as a family over here. So who are Bianca? You coming? Okay, Tasha, you coming and Stirring the Pot with you. I want y'all to put it in the search bar and let's get on over there. Let's get it. Let's go.
I love you, Seanitra. Thank you so much. And this conversation was so good. We got to do this again. I love this. I know it was like, what they call it, random, but I like this.
Oh, that's all of them. That's all of them.
Yeah, you like to see Ju new to the Porch. She gonna learn.
Oh no, she be calling me in. I'm not gonna call. My wisdom teeth are still growing. That's all. I already talk fast. I already have issues. Yeah. Okay.
We don't talk.
And every time she pulls me in, she pulls me in every time.
Gotta hit
all I do is encourage you to express yourself. I don't pull you in. I'm like, express yourself.
Yeah, so Kai, I love it. Everyone's sending good vibes, and I really wish everyone a good week. And I don't have to call again, but Seanitra, I love you. Thanks for
I love you back.
Look, I don't care what it is. Your voice is just, good. It's good. Nice meeting you. I really appreciate this, and I hope that everyone has a good day or night, whatever time it is where you are.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, y'all good stuff gonna always touch the soul. Good stuff gonna always.
Yeah.
It do that.
Yes, it does. So y'all, look, we finna get up out of here. We sliding over to Stirring the Pot with Ju. So let's go ahead and see what baby sis talking about. Put it on while y'all wash them clothes and vacuum the floors. Come on, man. So let's get on up out of here. I appreciate you guys coming to hang out with us. I love you all. I appreciate y'all for being over here on this good porch. Okay. If y'all did not hit the like button on the way in, please, if you don't mind, hit the like button on the way out. That would mean a whole bunch to me if you would. Okay, subscribe if you have not subscribed. Please know that you are welcome here and we're happy to have you. Let's head over to Stirring the Pot with you, and I will see y'all over there. If you want to join channel membership, there's a join button beneath the video as well as a membership link in the description box of this video. I will see y'all a little bit later. Hope you had a great Thursday. And you know, if nobody else says it to you, I will, honey. God loves you. I love you. And ain't nothing you can do about it. I'll talk to y'all later. Bye now.